all these calls with these people that could be, not because you deleted on your phone, it doesn't mean you really deleted the iCloud because the feds was on you. They got it. These are the things you should teach your kids. And by the way, I hope that there's some lessons in this being learned. Okay, Mr. Carlos? But yeah, there's a lot of people who think like him. Anyway, let's return to this.
Vaughn was not my friend. I said, oh, he's getting more.
Now, this is an important strategy, chat. Jam is saying, Vaughn is not my friend. Okay? That is to attack the point that Steele is going to make, to say, why would Durk have to compensate you if you were doing a crime or killing someone that you were hurt by? Now, it's going to be harder for Brian Steele to prove this, because on face value, when you say that, like, that's a great defense. Nigga, why would I got to hire my friend to go slide for my other friend? If all three of y'all are friends, like if we got a friend group, we're all in the friend group. One person died. Why would I got to pay this guy to go slide for the third person? This is why they're trying to make it clear. Yes, Jam has talked to King Von in the past. Yeah, they're from the same gang. Yeah, they're associated both with Durk. But he was never included in the back and forth with that beef with Von and Quando Rondo. And it was never a thing where he felt he had to slide. Why? He don't even know Von. So they're doing that. They're setting that point out early that Brian Steele or Drew Friendland can try to create that point later. Like, oh, no, why would you have to pay him? He's going to be like, nigga, I don't even know the dude. Of course you got to pay me. The other thing where they're trying to hammer home to make sure it's very aware, right? It's very aware by the jury that payment was promised, is that Jam continually says he don't got no money. He keeps saying, remember, that's going to be the tough part for the government, but they're doing it right now. The tough part is, okay, how much was promised? Who got paid? That's the tough part to prove. You need to prove that for murder for hire.
We actually tripled our sales revenue from Google Ads when we incorporated Performance Max. So Google Ads allowed us to find that audience at scale and build awareness with people who are ready to make a change.
A financial compensation, even if the amount is not clearly defined? Or could Durk wiggle out of that and say, I say niggas is going to be okay. That don't mean that was going to give them money or even career opportunities. It just means, shit, I just respect them. That's not. So we're trying to see them hammer that home. But that's why they keep mentioning that Jam is broke, meaning that Jam couldn't do these things if it wasn't funded and paid for by these people who had the plan. And because Jam is so broke, one of the main reasons is not to slide for Von, is to slide for compensation. Okay? Jam want that next 50.
Or comfortable. He even made the judge laugh because they were asking him how he knew Keith Jones, and he would say he knew Keith Jones from, juvenile hall and, childhood, and they would beat niggas' ass together. And he said, ooh, sorry, Judge, I didn't mean to say beat niggas' ass and just wrong. Well, don't worry about that, because, you've only just talked about blasting niggas from the ages of 9 to 17 until now, shooting them in the fucking face. So, you're just saying you just beat a nigga's ass here and there. I don't think that's a fucking issue. You know what I mean? The judge didn't say that, but in my mind, it's kind of thinking, oh, was that all you did? And you're apologizing for that? After all what about the 100 robberies or the fucking many murders? But anyway. So they're in the Sprinter van, and they FaceTime Lil Durk. Didi does. Then you see Didi, he shows to Keith Jones, David Lindsay, Durk on the FaceTime.
Now, and by the way, chat, a little bit of my breakdown today, because what's coming out of court, I'm going to read it verbatim. Obviously, that might even have a little tint of, people's opinions on it. I'll let you know when I'm giving my opinion, or at least storytelling, meaning I'm using my brain and using y'all collective brains as well, based on what we heard, kind of like make shit make sense, right? Like, for example, I personally don't think that Didi was ever supposed to be. I know Jam is saying the day before, Didi was holding the gun pointed towards the window, saying he could kill Quando right now. I don't think Didi was ever gonna do it. I think that was his way of kind of like woofing a bit to make Jam and them feel like, yo, nigga, I'll do it, whatever. But he was in the BMW that was an exotic car, had a tracker on it. Okay, he didn't have a gun. Well, supposedly he passed the gun to Jam, saying he's rusty. He didn't have no mask. He didn't have nothing. And here's the thing. Remember, when Durk first calls, they got two different phones because they don't even want to connect the shit. They don't even want to make it seem like Durk is talking to certain people when the phone records come out. Now Didi calls Durk to be like, yo, Durk, you see your shooters? You see a SWAT team back there? The mere fact that Didi is calling Durk and Durk answers, but anytime Jam called him, he did not answer. Booty Mo called back. Duty Low called. Nope. Didi could get him on the phone. Vonnie could get him on the phone. Not Jam. It's already predetermined. Them niggas was never going to do the shooting. They were never going to do the shooting. Again, we're doing story mode here. I'm not saying Durk's guilty. I'm just saying if we're making sense of this. That means if there was a plot, Durk got to be smart enough to be like, yo, anytime these niggas call me, I'm never talking to them. Because they're going to be doing the hit. Now, I could talk to Didi. Now, I could talk to Vonnie. And it kind of ends like that. Because in the cars, the people he would answer their phone calls in the BMW. The people who phone calls don't get answered is in the Infinity. Even when they're in the Infinity and OTF Jam starts seeing these niggas is beating up sweat. These niggas is sweating before the drill. The AC's on blast. They sweating like niggas is fumbling, putting the fucking, cartridge in the gun. Like, yo, these niggas, you can see the heart, like they heart beating through their shirt. Like, he's like, oh, hell nah, man. I'm with the rookie squad, man. Like, yo, you could tell the Jam was like, oh, hell nah, man. They got me with the G League in here, man. Oh, hell nah. He tried to send a text probably to Didi. Yo, bro, let's not do it today. These niggas is scared. The plan was already in motion. Didi ain't respond back. I think Jam started realizing, nigga, you're the crash dummy. You can't stop that car in motion, and nobody gonna talk to you because you're gonna implicate them now. You're going to implicate these niggas. Because if you get caught and they look at your phone records, who's the last nigga you on the phone with, or the last nigga that texted you back? Now, granted, Vonnie switched out the phones after that too, but, the government found all them phones. Anyway.
And he showed...
Nah, chat. Imagine you a hitman. You did 12 years for attempted murder, and one of the first drills they got him back on, he realized he's on the JV squad. The JV squad is going on, bro. Yo, you ever watch JV high school basketball? Niggas is missing layup. Like, they do layup line before the game start? Niggas be missing them shits. You're like, what the fuck? They sent that man with a JV squad.
Oh, yeah, he said, look at the Navy SEALs. They said, well, what is the Navy SEALs?
Look at the JV squad.
Said the Navy SEALs, I guess they go on missions. I don't know, they kill it.
Navy SEALs is like, outside of a few special, forces that's within the military, the Navy SEALs is considered to be pretty much the highest and most specialized group of fighters that the American military has to offer. It was the Navy SEALs, I believe, that went in and executed Bin Laden. Like they go for like those specialized missions where you need a nigga who could probably detonate a bomb, like kill a man with his bare hands, swim 2 miles, fucking climb a fucking 2-mile tree. Like, yeah, these guys, they go through, if you ever see their training, I don't know if you guys ever look at this. Look, Navy SEALs, they got something called Hell Week. This shit is...
You're wet, sandy, and shivering, who died of bacterial pneumonia on September 2022. I want you to do hundreds of reps of push-ups, flutter kicks, and running in and out of the surf zone.
Yeah, they got these niggas doing drills. They're firing gunshots. Like, these are trained guys. Here's the problem. Didi calls up Durk, and he says, yo, do you see the Navy SEALs we got here? These niggas was JV walk-ons, bro. Trust me.
Don't think about it as a wink. It will become easy to feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, anyway. So Navy SEALs was the wrong title, bro.
Niggas, I mean, they're Army, Navy SEALs, bro. So they was in the car like the Navy SEALs is here. Bitch, we on that. Look at the Navy SEALs.
Durk tell their ass, go crazy.
In the car. As they're headed to LA. And then he said when he got on the phone with Durk, he was like, when Durk was like, yeah, what's up? You know, it's gonna go out. He said, yeah, I slammed GD. Yeah. He was doing this like, yeah, like a Navy SEAL, like nigga GD, yeah.
Okay, so apparently he was driving them rigs.
You know, so Durk is on the phone, the Navy SEALs, and they doing this on the, like, you know, we finna
So all of them was dropping the rigs.
You know, it's something.
It's interesting because I think Lil Pop and Quantarana were Crips. Got nothing to do with GDs. Like, what the hell? I think them niggas even if they were, I think if them niggas was gonna kill like a lobster, they would drop GDK, nigga. Like, what the hell?
We are not. And he said, well, where you at? He said, yeah, I'm at the studio. And he said, yeah. You know. And so him and Didi went back to talking. Then they said that they went to a mountaintop somewhere before.
Okay, we're gonna get back to that. We got a new tweet by Trap Lil Ross. Yo, they said, oh, here we go, chat. Oh, shit, it's going down. Holy. They said, Jam says, I know he hates me, but I still got love for Smirky, yo. Oh, shit. He said, I just don't respect him. Jam claimed he was never offered money for the killing, even though he was present when Durk told several OTF members they would be straight. And when someone asked if they could get $500K to $1 million for the hit, when someone asked if they could get that for the hit. Now, that's going to be important. Brian Steele has to kill this nigga on the stand. Brian Steele got to, I ain't gonna lie, he might have to jump over the shit and, yo, Jam has left an opening. Jam is admitting he was never directly offered money. Now, granted, what he's saying is that there was a money offer or a statement that seemed to infer that there was money being offered, and other individuals jumped in and said, damn, like half a mil? They have to basically debunk that and been like, ain't it because you broke, you thought anything you did for the gang or anything you did, you was gonna get paid. Isn't that the truth? So Brian Steele, he's gonna be a master with this. I can't wait. Said Jam had never made a song before Murder and Pop. He said he was paid 10 bands for his first song ever, Federal Freestyle. Oh, that's why the government claimed they got compensation not only in money, but career opportunities. They put Federal Freestyle on OTF Loyal Bros 2 group album. By the way, the feds in their superseding indictments, they really do claim that that compilation album was Durk payment in terms of career opportunities to shooters. So basically, like, the feds look at Durk really fucked up. And again, I know y'all.
Whoa! Did you see DraftKings Sports is now available nationwide?
Really? That's right, Max. Whether you're in Chicago, California, or Texas, the game plan travels.
Why are you dressed like a JV offensive coordinator?
Download the DraftKings Sports app today. The crown is yours.
You write the words. What if you could hear them as a song? Go to suno.com, switch to custom mode, and paste in your lyrics. Then describe the sound. I'll go with soulful R&B ballad, emotional vocals, piano driven. Hit create. Suno turns your writing into 2 fully produced songs. Your words sung back to you with real production behind them. Now shape it. Remix to hear your lyrics in a completely different genre. Rewrite sections to tighten the phrasing. Extend to build the full track. You can also use Suno to face writer's block head on. Create new lyrical ideas and flourishes that you can then reinsert to complete your composition. Your lyrics fully produced from a paste and a prompt. See what your words can become. Subscribe at suno.com.
Feds are gonna pinpoint into that and be like, is it normal that you get paid for these songs? Did you have a record contract? We'll see. So Durk allegedly finessed all the hitmen. They thought they was getting $500,000 to $1 million. Jam got nothing, and the 2 shooters hung around Vonnie after asking for money. But Vonnie put Durk on the FaceTime and said, I got him. They gonna be straight. But they left with nothing. Chat, this is a story as old as time. Straight drop. He killed Dolph. Him and the other goofy. They're like, I bet. Cornelius is his name. Nigga, your name is Cornelius. You should not even have a gun in your hand, man. You should have like a stethoscope, brother. What are you doing? Cornelius. So anyway, y'all killed Dolph. Now after you killed Dolph, man, niggas is like, you see the thing with killers, they start spending the money before they get it. They start spending the money before they pull the trigger, bro. Straight drop. He only gets like 20K or something. Did he even get money? No, I think, he got like less than that, like 1,500. Like it was nothing that he was promised. Robert Allen with X. Oh, I bet. Yo, we robbed X for 50K. I bet. Yo, let's split up the bread. Nigga, they gave that nigga 1,000 too. Like, every time we're seeing these situations, we see how niggas are not paid in full. Niggas are not paid in full. And that's what I'm saying this about snitching. Is like, bro, if a nigga will snitch on you, well, I guess we got to start from here. A nigga's going to think that if you have him take a life risk to go kill somebody and you won't live up to your end of the bargain by paying him, why the fuck should he stay loyal to you to not snitch on you? And that might... It's like a flash flood around here. Did y'all see that flash flood in Nepal? Oh my God. Condolences to those people. Anyway. Yeah, they got some flash flood when they go crazy, huh? So, chat. And I could understand that. You put your life on the line. You put your freedom on the line. A nigga tell you he wants somebody killed. You go kill that person. And then the person's finessing you, scams you, doesn't pay you. He's giving you the runaround. Nah, I got you, man. Nigga, I told you be good, bro. Just chill. You hot right now. You hot right now, bro. I got you, though. Nigga, I got you, though. Meanwhile, you watching them buy India purses, bags, Chanel bags, got her on vacation. You watching them do this, then that. The other guy's just getting a new Trackhawk, Hellcat. Everybody getting shit but you. And you thinking, you like, damn, this nigga, I put my life on the line for him. He treated me like I'm an option. Anyway. So they said Jam got nothing. 2 other shooters was hanging around Vonnie asking for money. But Vonnie put Durk on the FaceTime and said, I got him. They're going to be straight. They left with nothing. So nobody got paid that time in Cali. Jam said they was going to kill Quando in the Babe store. But they were scared security would lock the doors and trap them inside after the hit. Damn. Niggas is gonna run inside the Babe store and kill a dude, bro. Jam said he snitched because he wanted to get it off all his chest because it was weighing on him. Said he felt Pop was innocent and Durk was selfish to send him on the hit with people he ain't know. Did I tell you? He say he ain't know the niggas he went on the hit with, bro. I told you, nigga. Nigga, he knew Keith Jones. Like, I forgot how he know Keith Jones, but he just got Keith Jones, bro. But like, he don't know why that's what he's claiming. Obviously, he could be lying, right? Like, he's trying to get out of jail. So like, he's saying whatever to make the government look good. Specifically, he said that Vonnie was, nigga, didn't I tell you, nigga, Vonnie was a goofy? Didn't I say it? Yo, Durk won't answer the phone. You have a nigga, well-reputed killer that a lot of people felt like Durk was starting to gravitate to niggas with a name. Every gangster from Chicago who got on here, have they not said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Jam, his name ring bells from the streets to the penitentiary. Durk is next to all of the niggas with a name. They bring out Jam to LA, and Jam is taking orders from goofies. Jam can't even get Durk on the phone. He got a goofy putting a gun in his hand. That's how he's looking at it. It's like, all right, imagine you in a gang with Pooh Shiesty. You know how Pooh Shiesty give it up. Whatever. Pooh Shiesty say, yo, bro, come do this. You show up, and all of a sudden, you know who meet you at the spot? It's academics. I give you a gloves. I said, all right, 2 for you. Okay, you need a face mask. You want the Nike one or you want the Adidas? I give you a one of those, and then I'm like looking down the receipt of the thing, and I'm like, okay, and you get this here, and then I'm like, okay, and here's this gun. Nigga, would you be confident? And you're like, bruh, yo, let me talk to Shiesty real quick. Hold on, just, bruh, Jam wasn't feeling it. He felt like Durk put the goof troop in charge. Durk put the goof troop in charge. Vonnie bought the shit. He's folding up the receipts in case he need to show Durk what he spent the credit card with. Yo, Durk, no, I told you I used the card. Yeah, no, I bought exactly what you said. I bought 3 masks. See, 1, 2, 3. They didn't have any more of the Nike, so I had to go with the Under Armour. And then remember the ski mask? Yeah, I bought 4, but did this nigga save a receipt from a goddamn criminal conspiracy? You know who Vonnie was? This is Vonnie right here. This is Vonnie right here, bro. This is Vonnie right here, bro. Look.
Porno.
Right.
Nigga, is you taking notes on a criminal fucking conspiracy? What the fuck is you thinking, man?
Yeah, that's Vonnie. They talking about the plan. He taking notes. He got notes. Yeah, so Jam peeped it. Jam is like, yo, he not answering the phone. I'm with the goofies. They're talking about let's do it here. I'm like, I could tell this is a JV team. They never did nothing.
Is you taking notes on a criminal fucking conspiracy? What the fuck is you thinking, man?
Chat, it's a fact. Somebody said that's how you could tell Vonnie's dad was telling the truth. I ain't gonna lie, man. You might be motherfucking right with that one, brother. You might be motherfucking right with that one. He said Vonnie was a goofy. Goofy. That's one of the reasons he snitched. Now, this is from his words directly. He said he snitched. I don't believe him when it's going to get his shit off his chest. He just wanted, he signed an immunity deal or like the shit where like everything he pleads guilty to now cannot come back. That's why. Now he said Pab was innocent. I don't think he feel bad for Pab at all. This nigga's a murderer. We could go look.
Nothing kills a good idea faster than switching tools. But I have a solution for this. Envato. You find the perfect shot, but it's locked behind another subscription. You need music, but the license is confusing. You want to create something with AI, but you don't know which model is going to get you the result you actually want. That's where Envato fits into your workflow. You can search millions of creative assets, use AI tools for video, images, and audio, and pull licensed music, fonts, templates, stock footage, and visuals without jumping between platforms. So instead of breaking your creative flow, Envato helps you keep the whole process moving. That's one place to find, create, and finish your next creative project. That's Envato. Start today.
Now, what I do believe is this part. He do believe Durk is selfish. I'm telling you, them niggas is watching Durk live a $1 billion lifestyle, and these niggas is probably thinking like, yo, bro, like, nigga, I'm killing niggas for you, bro. Nigga, I'm killing niggas for you. Trust me, when a nigga is envious, and I ain't gonna lie, Jam was probably envious too. When a nigga is envious, he watch every aspect of your life. Nigga, I know certain people, let me tell you this. I be careful of everybody in my life. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. There's certain people in my life, they'll be like, man, yo, you know I needed this money right here, and I just seen you cash out on another car. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck that got to do with you? It's like they looking at everything. I could imagine he bought India some shit, and Jam and them was probably looking at like, man, you could buy your bitch shit, but you can't. Niggas like that, they gonna turn on you. Facts. They watching your shit too heavy. They watching your shit too heavy. You get what I'm saying? So he's probably watching Durk like, man, I just put a nigga down for you. Damn, everything Durk bought. Durk go to the jewelry store, be like, damn, nigga, you could have not got that last tennis bracelet, nigga. You could have gave me that fucking 40K right there, nigga. I need that right now. A nigga like that is gonna tell. Because you know what it is? He's not looking at his situation. He's pretty much pocket watching, but pocket watching on a different level. Trust me. So anyway, listen. So he says Vonnie was a goofy. And he didn't want to be involved with him. He was mad to be involved with him. I'm telling you, when that nigga Jam got to LA, remember Booney Mo called Jam. Yo, Jam, yo, Smirk needs you out there. Yo, Smirk needs you in LA. These niggas would drop, bro, that nigga probably didn't wash his ass. That nigga ran to Chicago O'Hare Airport. Ran there, nigga. Nigga, they say he was on the way there when he got the flight. Got the ticket. He's telling his other man, yo, you need to get to the airport. Send me your shit. The nigga said, I don't got my ID. Damn. I need one more. He's texting everybody. Yo, come to LA with me. The niggas show up to TSA, no bags. Drawer still stinking. Holes in his socks. Bad breath. All type of shit wrong with this nigga. He gets to LA. And this is where he thought Smirk was going. Smirk ain't talking to him. He get there, and basically Smirk put him with the goofy. Booney Mo tell him, yo, just get at Vonnie when you get there. He got y'all niggas. So what's up? We getting up with Smirk. Yo, Vonnie got y'all niggas. You could tell this nigga's Jam is a little bit stupid because until Duty Low get on the phone later and say, nigga, I don't know if you think you're here to record music. Nigga, you here for a murder, nigga. He literally says it was Duty Low who broke the news to him. Nigga, you're here to kill something. Maybe he thought he was going on vacation. Maybe he thought he was going to go sightseeing. Walk the Hollywood stars or some shit like that. But he ain't talked to Durk since he got there. First of all, you know how he knew he was goofy? They say, yo, you can't fly into LAX. You got to fly to San Diego. It's about an hour and a half away, depending on traffic check. The nigga gets there. They're trying to be low-key. Nigga, they get a party bus Sprinter. Nigga, loud. Party bus Sprinter. A party. And you know who got it? Vonnie the Goofy. Vonnie the Goofy was spending Durk's money on some fly shit. They're about to go stalk Quan that'll kill him. He go gets a BMW from the exotic rental car company while they got a stolen car. That's how you do it, the stolen car. Not when the Goofy's around. You know, Big Ack is going, you know, I'm gonna get the Maybach. So I'm over here in the Maybach, you know what I mean? Fine. We all getting caught. We all getting caught. That's why we also got to blame Didi. Because Didi done let Vonnie put too much input on this shit, and this shit was goofy from the get-go. Remember, Didi's involved in this too. So, according to Jam, he snitched because Vonnie was a goofy, and he was upset that he even had to be involved with him. It said Jam wrote a handwritten note to the FBI saying, I know about murders. I don't want to talk on camera, but I know a lot, nigga. Holy shit. Pumbo God. Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came. Yo, I know y'all give that nigga Trenches News a little flack. But we gotta think about this. Durk never paid the guys. Durk get on an interview with me saying, yo, 6ix9ine, I'll box you. Yo, chat, let me tell you, that burns niggas' souls. Yo, 6ix9ine, I'll box you for 50 million. I'll box you for 50 million, nigga. My money. You're on the same interview saying, you know this niggas can't say slide for Vaughn no more, right? Maybe something in the water. Then 2 seconds later, man, tell 6ix9ine, I put up 50 million of my own money. You know the shooters who done slid? You know they're probably watching that interview like, you got 50 million to fight a rat, but you don't got 50,000 to pay the guys? Oh, man. What's the FBI number, bro? What's the FBI number, bro? Send me the FBI number, bro. Chat, we got to keep it a beam. We got to keep it a beam. I tell you, niggas like that going to be watching you. Nigga, especially when a nigga's thinking, damn, he told me he was going to take care of me. You ain't take care of me yet. Now I'm seeing you on an interview, nigga. You on an interview talking about you put up 50 million of your own money. You kind of talking like you having it. But you couldn't even throw me the 50 pack. You know, nigga, I'm living with my bitch. And that's why I'm saying Trenches News also got this part. I think he kind of right with this. Now, obviously, I'm not co-signing no additional murder. If Durk was going to finesse these niggas, he should have just killed them. He should have got some other niggas to kill them. Let's be honest. If you're going to tell niggas, yo, I got $1 million for y'all. Because you know what I be thinking? If you don't feed your wolves eventually going to attack you. Nigga, they're not about to just sit here while you just like make billions and they're like, this nigga really just owe me like 80 bands. Yo, I see him in the club with Meek Mill. They just spent $300K. Trust me, your shooters is definitely watching every time you spend money after that. So if you're going to finesse them, you might as well just try to wipe them out. So Jam said they were going to go kill Quan around in the Babe store, but they were too scared security would lock the door. Jam snitched. Okay, we read that already. He wrote the letter, or the note to FBI. Man, I know about murders, nigga. I don't want to talk on camera, though. Okay, by the way, this is going to help. This is going to help the prosecution. Remember, Brian Steele keeps saying, why isn't this recorded? Why isn't this recorded? Why isn't this recorded? FBI is going to be like, it's not recorded because he wanted to talk he wanted to talk off camera. Now, here's the thing. Unless there's a signed statement, you're not going to see transcripts from the off-camera conversations. They're actually not going to use it. They're going to use the recorded ones. But in Brian Steele or anyone saying, damn, why did y'all meet with him so many times not recorded? Now they have a reason to say, in his note to meet with us, he literally said he doesn't want to be on camera. Okay? So Jam says Lil Pop hit was Durk's selfish bullshit. He said, I didn't know Vaughn. I was mad at Durk for putting him in that situation. I ain't gonna lie, chat. He is frying right now. Yo, man, he's frying right now. He sound no Vaughn like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is impactful testimony. You know why? The government already put it in the air. Durk was consumed by hatred, by the need for revenge. Now you have the hitman saying, yeah, I'm a killer. I've done shit. But even I wanted to call this shit off. I ain't had no motive to do it. But he put me on. But really, I got tight because he put me with a JV team. He got a goofy handing me gloves and masks and guns and shit like that. I ain't like it. And I ain't get paid either. It's kind of, as much as we might think he's lying to save his own ass, which he is, or not lying, but he's trying to save his own ass. The reasons he's given is becoming valid reasons. I call it the 6ix9ine reasons. You know how 6ix9ine is like, I snitch, and obviously once you snitch, they're going to have you up there and say, bro, you don't got no fucking reason to snitch. You know what 6ix9ine's going to say? Well, they fucked my bitch. Okay. Well, they kidnapped me. All right, I kind of get it. Nigga, you ain't hear the wiretap? They said it was gonna shoot me. All right, bet, that makes sense. By the time he says those 3 reasons, if you're on the jury, you're gonna be like, okay, it makes sense. Jam is saying the reasons. Durk lied to me, didn't pay me. Durk put me in a situation to ride for his selfish beef. It wasn't some gang shit that we're all in, or at least me, because I was locked up. And he put me with a bunch of people I know. It's crazy, chat. This shit crazy, huh? Okay, we got a little update. Let's hear it. Before morning break, Jamie the Bull testified that he was not offered payment. When returning from the break, he testified money was offered, presumably for his part in killing Surveyor Robinson. And Jamie testified that he was paid to be in a music video for the song Federal Freestyle. He was given $10,000. See, that's interesting. How are you getting paid to be in a music video for your own song? Now, I don't know if I'm Durk's team, I'm not touching that. The fans should be like, hey, is it customary that if you make a song, you have to get paid to be in the music video of your own song? The fans haven't done that yet, but they could do that was a way of trying to initiate payment, right? Obviously a lot of this is how you interpret it, right? He stated he did not believe he would be a part of the video if he did not participate in the killing of Robinson. Now, this is where Brian still got to turn up, because there was no ultimatum given to him from what we know. He's never said, Durk told me, if you don't do this, you're not going to be in the video. He just felt he wouldn't be in the video. So that might be him. Before court broke for lunch, a note was showed that Hester wrote in prison. The note said, I know about murders. I don't want to talk on camera, but I know a lot. Hester testified to feeling guilty for Robinson's death, explaining he had nothing to do with him and he didn't know King Von well. He called Robinson innocent. He also testified he would... Listen, this innocent thing, Brian still got to drop 30 on it. What about the man you killed in race? What about the man you killed in Racine, Wisconsin? You said you killed him in 2010. No, 2013. No, 2010. You killed him in 2010. You were incarcerated for 12 years. It's now been 16 years. You don't feel any burden of guilt for his death as opposed to Lil Pop? Why didn't you come forward with that? Why did you wait till 2023 to come forward with that? You killed him in 2010. You killed Lil Pop in 2022, and 4 years later, you say you're overcome with remorse. But you killed a man in 2010. And 4 years later, you didn't have no remorse. Matter of fact, 10 years later, you had zero remorse.
When every second matters, outages cost more than just time. 11 Labs human-like agents can instantly scale to demand spikes, providing operational resilience, ensuring your SLAs are covered.
Yeah, I can't get the internet working on anything.
Okay, let's start with your router. How many lights do you see currently?
Our high-quality conversational agents provide resolutions with low latency and the highest accuracy, all with a human touch. Integrate complex agentic workflows that take real actions, all thoroughly tested with your infrastructure, and then scale for zero downtime, around-the-clock support. 11 Labs, reliable voice agents with a human touch.
Carvana sells brand new cars now, huh?
car.
He got caught with a gun and wrote a note. Well, I like what 79 says, but we got to be clear. He got caught with a gun and wrote a note. Well, there's a way to look at it. That's what I'm saying. This is a 6-9 explanation. You could start it at, oh, he got caught with a gun and wrote the note, and he's the reason everybody in the feds. Or you could be like, well, if I got caught with a gun and had enough money for a lawyer, I wouldn't write a note. I didn't have enough money for a lawyer because I didn't get paid for the fucking murders I did for that nigga. So again, the thing with snitching is that once someone has mentally committed to snitching, the buck gets passed. You see, this idea that niggas are real street niggas in perpetuity stops, right? It stops. You know, they say two friends could fight or this, whatever. They'll allow certain things, but when it gets to snitching, it's a hard line, right? But the line moves for everybody. Well, you fucked my bitch. Time to tell on you go to jail for life. Well, you know, you try to shoot this person that I'm cool with, knowing that you would try to shoot that person they were cool with. So usually the person who's a cooperant draws a line and only sees it from their side rather than just being honest saying, I don't want to go to jail. There's kind of no reason. The only choice in reality is that you pick crime. The moment you pick crime, there is no more excuses, okay? Once you pick to be a gang member in crime, and honest, like if we really want to be honest, that's the only choice you get. After that, whatever the person who's telling, whatever excuse they give us, is just the excuse they want to stand on. But there's always a million excuses. There's never not an excuse to tell. Yo, he left me for dead in jail. He ain't pay my lawyer fee. He could have paid my bail for me to get out. He didn't slide for my baby mama. He fucked my baby mama. He tried to kidnap. There's always a million things. In the streets, there's nothing that's civil. There's nothing that's civil in the streets. So I watch everybody with their excuses. Like, you know, Jam's excuse is going to be, yo, this is why you pay your shooters. This is why you pay your shooters. If Jam had gotten paid, you know what the primary reason would be? Yo, I was loyal to Durk, thinking we all in it for the same reason, and Durk turned into this crash out, drunk off power and money. He was just ordering random hits. He sent us off. He's selfish. There's always going to be a reason. Durk stopped being about the guys. He was all about himself. He would tell us to go do shit like, damn, why you going to tell us to go kill a nigga in LA? Why you don't tell us to do it in Savannah? You thought we were crash outs. Bro, there's always a reason. You make the reason up. That's the reality. Somebody in the chat say, yo, I'm definitely not taking no drill order from lames. Hey, yo, chat. Yo, chat. Lil Durk fly you out to LA. You like, what up, blood? What up, Smirk? Yo, I'm here. You can't get Smirk on the phone, but somebody hit you and be like, yo, the nigga gonna be out front at baggage claim with the Sprinter. He gonna have everything you need, like he gonna tell you what's good. You see the Sprinter pulling up? Nigga, it's Trap Lil Ross that walk out of the Sprinter, nigga. The nigga got a notepad, bifocals, he flipping the shit up and down. Nigga, he wearing one of these glasses. You feel what I'm saying? He got one of these glasses, flipping it up and down. He going to his nose. All right, so we remapped the route that Quando Rondo's doing. So we saw him on a scooter last night, and he like took a 3-mile radius block around the thing. I think we could kill him. Matter of fact, we have a gun for you here. Chat, if you going on a drill and this is the coach they give you, he took notes. All of a sudden he says, oh, and you, Mr. Jam. Yeah, I got it in my notes here. You're a size 2X. I got you a shirt right here. I got it from Marshall's. That's the guy you want to see before you go on a drill? Then you hear him say some goofy shit like this. No, just don't take the tag off the shirt. Just tuck it in because I might have to return that one. Okay, I got the receipt here. You know, Durky won't like it if we're just wasting money. Just tuck the tag in. It's a goofy. Chat, that's exactly what Jam said he rolled into. What the fuck? Nigga said he about to return the shirt, tuck the tag in. He got the receipt. He taking notes. What the fuck? Yo, Vonnie, yo, pull like this. Chat, we should have been knew this, chat. Durk, what's it called? Durk, Icebox. Durk, I have 100,000. It's not Durk and Icebox. We gotta do Von and Icebox.
Oh yeah, let me get man.
Yo, bro. If you think Jam didn't feel disrespected, Jam is older than this nigga. Jam is older than this nigga by like 6 years. Like, you know how you go and niggas grow up in the same community. Niggas grow up in the same community. They know like you not even in the same classes with these niggas. You not even hanging in the same crowd. You hang with little mans in them, and you don't even hang with the active little mans. Nigga, that was me. Yo, you the nigga who wear the big book bag to school. That's me. I got the big, yo, you know you high school, you got that like, cause I'm carrying all my books. I got the big book bag, I'm walking to school. That's for sure. Yo, the bell ring, nigga, well, we live like 5 minutes from the school. Nigga, I'm home in 7 minutes, nigga. And the extra 2 minutes was me going to my locker, nigga. I got nothing going on, nigga. I'm as square as they come. Nigga, that's Bonnie. Nigga, that's what he could tell, like, wait, is this goofy over here passing out guns, telling us where it's going down? Oh, hell nah. Anyway, here we go. Is this all right, here we go.
So I'm here outside the courthouse. Not too many Free Durk fans out here. I don't know. Maybe they was sleeping in today. No Free Durk fans that I can see. But basically, there was a very crazy update. And what ended up happening was basically OTF Jam was back on the stand for the whole first half of the day. He ended up saying some pretty crazy comments, especially at the end. So I'm going to start at the end and work backwards. But they basically asked Jam. They said, "Why did you choose to cooperate? What was your motivation for this? Why did you turn on Lil Durk?" And he basically said, "I was mad at Lil Durk for putting me in that situation, and I'm still mad at him now." He said that Vonnie seemed like a goofy to me. I did something that I know I shouldn't have done, and the last time I did something with people that I didn't know, I did 12 years for it. I was doing this.
Yo, I think that's one of the reasons he don't really fuck with Durk and Didi and them. Bro, didn't I tell you they put him on a drill with TTE, Lil Ted, bro? The nigga crying coming out the car. Now they got the goofy Vonnie like he in charge of the drill. He's the drill captain. How is Vonnie the drill captain, chat? Yo, chat, Vonnie's the drill captain of a drill in LA, downtown? Nigga, it's not even like a drill in like East Bumblefuck, Idaho or Ohio or something, nigga. This is LA downtown. Nigga, that's like a fucking rookie telling you how he about to do a crime in front of the White House, and you like, nigga, you've never even caught a speeding ticket. Get your Buford ass one out of here, nigga. The drill captain is goddamn Vonnie.
For Durk's selfish reasons, maybe Cuz and Didi had a reason to do it. I didn't have no relationship with Von. I basically didn't know a whole bunch of these people that were sent on the hit. He basically said, I feel like Durk sent me on selfish bullshit. He said, I can't forget all the support that Durk gave me, especially when I was locked up. I can never forget that. I still got love for him. But he says, look, I know how it looks now, but I still got for him. Blood was there for me. I can't forget that, and I feel bad for telling. But at the same time, I still love him, but I don't respect him. He said that he could be killed for his testimony for cooperating, and then he also kind of pointed out a couple of things that really just motivated him, why in this occasion did he decide to tell. He explained there were multiple reasons. He said he felt like the hit was done sloppy. It was done with people who shouldn't have been there. Obviously, he said that he thought Vonnie was a goofy, and he said there's a big difference between doing something to somebody that you don't like But he said in this case, he felt like Lil Pab ain't have nothing to do with it. He said he felt like an innocent man got killed and it weighed heavily on him. He wanted to get it off his chest. He said he didn't think it was guaranteed that he would get caught, but he thought about it. He thought it was hot. He said, why do we go and do this in LA with all them rich people and actors around?
Chat, didn't I just say that, bro? Chat, didn't I just say that? I think we getting into his mindset now. You got the goofy as the drill captain. You got a crash dummy mission. A nigga who tells you, yo, let's catch our op in front of the White House, or let's catch him in front of the police station. That's some shit. That's crash, like, fuck if we come back. It's one of those where, like, it's a torpedo, kamikaze shit. Let's go get the nigga. Fuck it if we get...
I'm at home raising 2 boys while my husband works 2 jobs and night shifts to pay our bills. Senator Jon Ossoff voted to gut our child tax credit and raise our taxes by $2,000 a year. Senator Ossoff even voted for higher taxes on overtime pay. A $2,000 tax increase? That's 3 months of groceries. Jon Ossoff doesn't care about us. He's all about himself. Tell Senator Ossoff to stop voting for higher taxes.
Did you know that you can play the piano in Suno using your keyboard? No, not that keyboard. This one. This is Suno's new musical keyboard. If you're the kind of person who would rather play the melody in your head than try to explain it, now you can lay it down using your own keyboard. Wherever you are, whenever you want. You can use Z and X to move between octaves, and C and V to adjust the velocity. You can also switch on the arpeggiator, which gives you everything you need to make dope arpeggios. Or use the chords mode to save chord progressions for later. And if you still prefer playing on the piano, you can do that too. Just plug your MIDI keyboard into Suno and record directly inside Suno Studio. However you like to play, you can now bring your ideas to life inside of Suno Studio 2.0.
Open cases. And the fact that there's bodies, I think they just lumped those charges into his charges to make sure those things get resolved on the record.
But he made it clear there's been no promises made. He's not getting out. I'm not going to lie to you. Jam having 3 bodies, he probably shouldn't be out here walking around straight after this. But he basically said he pled guilty with the 2 other murders. And, you know, he just basically wanted to get it all off his chest. And he said it was weighing heavily on me what happened to Lil Pab, and he saw an opportunity and he took it. So it was some pretty crazy testimony. That last part when they kind of broke, you know, he said it straight out of his mouth. He said, I still got love for Durk and I can't forget what he did for me, but he put me in a bad situation with some goofies. It was selfish and I'm not rocking with it. So that was pretty crazy, but there was a whole lot of other crazy testimony that Jam put across, and I'm going to tell you all about it in different videos. So stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated on everything. And yeah, it's going to be a crazy day. I think he's going to be up there all day, maybe even into tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely tomorrow, I believe. Definitely tomorrow. Here we go.
So we just got some crazy new information about how it went down when Jam got arrested and decided to start cooperating with the FBI. So apparently he was arrested in 2023 for something completely unrelated. He was pulled over in a car that apparently had a gun in it while he was still on parole from that attempted murder case that he just got out after serving 12 years on. And he basically said that at that point he decided to talk to the FBI. He wanted to get it off of his chest. The Lil Pab murder was weighing on him. He felt like Pab was an innocent man and that he'd been sent on a dummy mission with some goofies by Durk for selfish reasons. And he said he saw an opportunity to get out of the situation. What was very interesting is when he got arrested, he basically wrote a handwritten note to the FBI. So what he claimed is that he said that he was allowed to make a phone call. He said the official phone wasn't there, or it wasn't working. So they said, look, we'll let you make a supervised recorded call on your cell phone, but like, that's what we're gonna have to do. We'll allow you that. So he made a call, and then he told the cops, hey, can I have a bit of paper to write down a phone number? They said, sure, but he didn't write down a phone number. He wrote down a handwritten note which said this exactly. It just said, I know about murders. I don't want to talk on camera. I know a lot. So he gave that handwritten note to an arresting officer. That basically was then, you know, worked its way up the chain to the FBI. And the prosecutors asked him, they said, why didn't you want to be on camera? Obviously, this is going to be a big controversial thing when it comes to Brian Steele. Obviously, he was absolutely clapping back. I believe it was yesterday, talking about...
That is kind of crazy. Now, damn. The nigga caught a gun charge, bro. He caught a gun charge, but bro, he just couldn't take it no more, man. Caught a gun charge and gave up bodies. Holy shit.
Why weren't all of these interviews recorded? You spoke to Jam 30, 40 times. You barely recorded any of those interviews. Well, this is kind of a slap in the face to Brian Steele, because Jam said specifically, I don't want to be on no camera. And they said, why didn't you want to be on no camera? Now, this is crazy, all right? He said, well, I didn't want to be on camera because a lot of people have been getting exposed on their body cams doing embarrassing shit. You know, they be getting exposed on social media for telling on the body cam, snitching, crying, which is obviously a reference to a very infamous Chicago video where, you know, one of the shorties from over there was kind of apparently caught on a case and he was bawling out.
TTE, Lil Ted, nigga, him and Lil Ted supposedly did stuff together too.
Crying to the cops, and there's been a lot of rumors about whether that case was connected to the Jam case, whether that kid that was crying in the body cam footage might have had a dirty gun that Jam had used in a different murder. So Jam made direct reference to that. As I would have said in my previous video, Jam made it clear. He said, look, he was mad at Lil Durk for putting him in that situation. Even though Durk did a lot for him, he basically said he's still mad at him. He put me in a situation with Goofies. He didn't trust Bonnie. He didn't know why he'd been put in that situation with him. And basically that's why he decided to make that decision and speak to the FBI. Who knows what sort of time he's going to get? I mean, allegedly, not even allegedly, he has admitted to 3 murders and, you know, allegedly there's more. So he definitely getting some serious years. I can't imagine them just letting him go. But they made it very clear. He's not been offered a deal. They've not promised him no time. He's not getting out of everything. He basically is leaving it in God's hands and cooperating. And he didn't say I cooperated to get out of time. He said, I felt bad about this. It was weighing on my heart and Pab was an innocent man.
I mean, he essentially agreed to a deal. The thing with the deal is you don't know what's your end of the deal. The deal is that you cooperate. The deal is that you're the bitch for the government. The deal is that you plead guilty to all crimes. And by the way, no, there's 100% deal. That's going to be what's called a proffer. So the proffer is usually what they also call queen for a day. When they sit down and depose him, the mere fact that he's bringing up a murder that's not included in this case, that's the deal. The deal is that in admitting that crime, it could never be prosecuted. Now you could say there's double jeopardy because he's already pleading guilty, but I guarantee there's other acts he's admitted on the proffer that they haven't even put into charges, but it'll just kind of look like an immunity. It'll kind of look like an immunity of sorts. So he has a deal. It's just that the prosecutor can't give you a deal of sentencing, right? The deal of sentencing is you'll get a 5K1 letter, which that's the deal. You do your job and you tell all the niggas you need to tell on, you'll get a 5K1 letter. From there, that's the judge. It's only the judge that could give you time.
So we just got some crazy new information about how it went down when Jam got arrested and decided to start cooperating with the FBI.
Okay. Got some more videos. Holy.
Other Durk fans have been saying there's no evidence, no one was ever paid, there's nothing, but it turns out apparently Durk might have actually finessed all of the hitmen, allegedly, out of any money. So we heard yesterday that there was a conversation in a studio.
Now, I don't think Durk finessed him. You know what I'm starting to think? Bro, I'm going to keep it a bean with you, bro. Listen, I'm going to say some shit. Again, I got the free Durk t-shirt. You know, I love Durk, but it's not even a Durk thing. It's just one of them. Yo, Durk power over these dirty-ass niggas is that they're fucking broke. Them type of niggas you give breadcrumbs to. You never give the whole loaf of bread. Remember that. You give breadcrumbs to. You never give them the whole loaf of bread. You know why you give them breadcrumbs? Because them niggas is go to the fucking mall and spend it and blow it, and they be right back up onto you willing to do any and everything to get a little bit more breadcrumbs. He ain't giving none of these dirty-ass niggas no $500,000, no $1 million. You think a nigga's gonna get $1 million and still doing Bruh, them niggas not gonna move their family out to the rack. Fuck out of here. I think that 10,000, you got listen, that's not in the music industry. You don't get paid to be in a music video, bro. He got that 10 bands, that's your payment, gang. I think Durk was probably on some shit like, nigga, I'm gonna throw you some breadcrumbs through the music and shit like that where I could hide it, but nigga, that $500,000 y'all was talking about, first of all, Durk never agreed to no $500,000. Bro, Pooh Shiesty gave his shooters $5,000. You think Durk was giving these dirty niggas like, yo, Durk is not giving these dirty, a dirty nigga like OTF Jam nigga? You think he giving him $500,000, bro? You know what he was gonna do? All right, let's say even give that nigga $100K.
You either spend hours modeling them in Blender. I generated them using Tripo. You can generate a 3D model simply by describing it with text. You can also generate models from images. Just upload a reference image. This is very useful if you already have a concept or reference image and want a quick 3D version for your scene. If you want to try this yourself, you can use my link in the description to sign up on Tripo.
All we had to do was talk about it, and Opus Clip does the rest, and then you just schedule it from right here.
Wow, I pay $30 every month just for a scheduler.
Well, right now, Opus Clip is just $14.50, the Pro plan.
Yo, these shooters are delusional. Ain't nobody giving you $1 million. You gonna end up looking like the dummy. Look. Durk, $1 million worth of game. When you look in this video chat, you gotta look at the podcast. Let me play the podcast. When you play this podcast chat, all these niggas in shiesty behind them. No disrespect to them. Half of these dirty niggas, bro. These niggas don't got nothing but the lint in their pocket, bro. No disrespect to them, bro. Don't try to kill me. Durk not here no more. Please don't do it. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. And again, I got my Free Durk t-shirt. So this is my shield. And I just paid $1,000 for Free Durk t-shirts for the niggas outside the courtroom. I got y'all. But I gotta be honest. The difference with Durk and Von would have passed this bitch out to every nigga in here. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the difference with Durk and Von. Yo, that nigga Durk brought $1 million, let them all look at it, and get them nigga 20 bands and said, nigga, it's time to get up on out of here, nigga. Like, yo, it's time to get up on out of here. Like, yo, India, it's time to get up on out of here. Let's go. It's time to go, nigga. Nigga, that's why, everybody keep blaming King Von. But nigga, King Von was a shooter who lucked up and got rich, nigga. He's still moving like a shooter. That's why he just handed money out. Like, King Von was the exact opposite. The nigga brought his money to the hood. Most niggas get the money and leave the hood. Like, put it like this. Yo, Durk brought the $1 million to the hood, nigga, and gave him 20 bands, bro. All right, something. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna catch you niggas later, yo. I'm gonna catch you niggas at the show, bro. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. Yo, Von would have had a video where he's icing niggas out, paying for everything for everybody. And to a certain extent, I'm gonna keep it a beam. That's why I think that when niggas, I'm not saying Durk was imitating Von. If you gonna go down that type of route of wanting to kill us with you, you gotta be on some Von shit. It just is what it is. Yo, them niggas is looking at that $1 million, bro. $1 million is here chilling, nigga. Podcast and security, come get this money real quick. Yo, put it back in the Brinks truck. All right, yo, I'm gonna catch y'all niggas later, yo. Let's take a picture. Let's take that Tay-Time picture real quick. Yo, get the money off the table, nigga. Like the fuck, let's go. All right. Yo, yeah, oh yeah.
Where Durk basically said to...
Yo, I just want to say this one last thing. I know some people not gonna like it. If you are a potential murderer and you think somebody gonna pay you $500,000, man, you are delusional. You know what I was thinking? Nigga, Durk probably looking at it, nigga, I'm gonna back you just like I back Von, nigga. Nigga, that should pay off, nigga, a career. But give you $500,000 cash, you must be smoking crack.
A bunch of alleged OTF members, like, look, anybody that kills Quando or Lil Tip.
And you know why? The reason why you don't get him a $500,000, chat, my bad, I know I'm ranting a little bit. The reason why you don't give him $500,000 is for the exact reason of what happened with even in the Gucci situation, right? Niggas start flexing online with the jewelry they took from Gucci. Imagine if Shiesty had gave these niggas $100K a piece. Nigga, there would have been money phones out the ass. Money phones, I'm sleeping on the money, my mind's on the money, money on my mind. Oh, can't fit no more in my pockets, got money on their head. Bro, these niggas is goofs. If Lil Durk had gave these niggas $500K, trust me, nigga, you would have seen that on the gram. These niggas would have been acting like they're Elon Musk, nigga. You know how niggas are, bro. Niggas flex their baby mama's rent money. Nigga, what do you think they're gonna do with $500,000 after they kill somebody? Nigga, they would have just alerted the feds. How the hell this nigga is flexing $500K? He's never had a job.
You're going to be straight. And somebody said, are we talking like half a ticket or $1 million? And Durk just said, hey, you're going to be straight. You ain't going to have to worry about nothing. So basically, apparently all these hitters that got involved in this hit went and did their thing. It sounds like nobody ever got paid. OTF Jam said he never got paid anything by Durk, even though he was definitely expecting something. As far as the murder, he says he was never paid anything. But what is interesting is that he said, all right, because Brian Steele was licking his lips thinking, oh, he didn't get paid, this is going to be lit. But then the feds basically said, but you were expecting something, right? Because that conversation in the studio, people talking about meal tickets and Durk saying you ain't going to have to worry about nothing. He was like, yeah. And then they said, Jam basically said, look, I was never a rapper. I'd never dropped a verse in my life. And then within a few months of the murder, I was recording my first song, the Federal Freestyle. I got paid $10K for that, and it was on the OTF Loyal Bros album, okay? I think it was Loyal Bros 2. Obviously, I've said before that this album is like the ultimate self-snitching album. It's basically got back-to-back confessions. Booney Mo got a song on there called They Know That We Did It, all right? So that's what was going on, okay? He got his 10K, but apparently everyone was getting finessed. Apparently, two of the other shooters that were there, they were basically on Vonnie's ass talking about when we're going to get paid at the In-N-Out. And apparently, Vonnie gave him the slip. He basically put him on the phone with Durk and said, basically, they was asking, yo, Vonnie, are you going to straighten out the money? They got Durk on a FaceTime, and he said, I got them. They're going to be straight. And then they left. So I don't know if Durk ever paid him.
See, that's another thing, too. Imagine how, hey, listen, chat. You ever felt finessed by a goofy? So the two shooters, they stay around. They keep hitting Vonnie because now Durk definitely don't want to talk to them, right? Durk is like playing the silent game. Don't call my phone, nigga. Do not call my phone. You just murdered somebody. Don't call my phone. So now you got to talk to the goofy. Check. When you feel finessed by a goofy, it hurts 20 times more. Vonnie keeps telling him, nah, man, no, we got you, bro, trust, it's hot right now, he got you, nigga, like, he got you, listen, I haven't even been around Smirk like that, chill, like, he got you, nigga. Yo, Vonnie was good with this. Yo, trust me, he gonna sort it out. Then, the ultimate one, I bet, I'm gonna call him right now, look, he gonna tell you, yo, Smirk, nigga, I'm with the killer right here, like, yo, he just wanna know what's popping, whatever. You know what Durk told that nigga? Nah, tell me good, yo, I got him. That make the killer feel a little bit better. All right, better. Okay, cool. All right. Now he get off Vonnie's ass. Eventually, he don't get paid at all. He start thinking, man, I let this nigga Vonnie spin me like a gig, nigga. The fuck? You got finessed by a goofy.
Anything after that, it sounds like Durk might have inferred that people was going to get $500,000 to $1 million for killing Quando, and then basically he just didn't give nobody nothing afterwards. Maybe he thought that was going to be slick, and like, if I promise hitmen something and don't pay them, then they're going to be able to get me. I'm not sure that's really going to fly, but I'm sure if anybody is going to make that point well, it's going to be Brian Steele. But that was pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. Jam getting 10K to appear on that project definitely was interesting. I thought they were going to play the Federal Freestyle. They didn't play it. They just showed it. They showed the cover art for Loyal Bros 2. And I ain't going to lie, the Loyal Bros 2 cover art was looking sus too. It's just 5 hooded...
The future is conversational. Get an edge over the competition and ship incredible customer experiences with 11 Labs' industry-leading AI audio platform. Create authentic interactions with conversational AI ready to help 24/7 with human-like agents, helping you resolve, convert, and retain customer loyalty. Try these out for size. They're currently on promotion. Or offer your customers world-class audio curation with our exceptional voice models transformed to your applications. And then transcribe with the most accurate speech-to-text API, giving your app access to the highest quality transcripts. Incredible voices with unmatched performance. Welcome to 11 Labs for Enterprise.
Secondly, nigga, you don't gotta get paid if you're not alive. There's a lot of reasons why the hitman, I've never seen a hitman like, yeah, I got paid in full. Yeah, I got the front end and the back end. Yeah, I got it. Nah, nigga. Half of this is the reason why the nigga is paying you is because he don't want to get caught. So after you do the crime, he's kind of looking at it like, is this dumb, stupid nigga who agreed to do a murder for money, is he going to get caught? Now, if he gets caught, I can't have no association with this bitch ass nigga. He got to go down for my crime. That's how it goes. You know, niggas hire a hitman for the hitman to basically go to jail for him. So that's why Durk wasn't focused on the payment. Nigga, he was focusing on not talking to y'all ass in case he got charged with your stupid ass. Yo, nigga, don't put me in no fucking three-way with that nigga. Call me on a separate phone and then put both FaceTimes together, nigga. I'll talk to the other phone. Yo, why this nigga Jam call me? Yo, Booty Boy, call that nigga. Tell him to stop calling me, man. Yo, can I talk to Smirk? We gonna pull up on Smirk? We gonna hit the studio? Studio? Man, holla at Vonnie, man.
So a lot of the Durk fans have been saying there's no evidence, no one was...
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, so I just heard something crazy in the courthouse about Durk. So Jam, he's on the stand, he's going crazy up there. When Durk allegedly was on FaceTime with him before the hit, Durk told Jam, hey, go crazy. Well, I guess he wasn't expecting him to go this crazy, but allegedly Jam was pissed off about what was going on, with the hit. He felt like Pab was an innocent man. He felt like he had been sent on a dummy crash out mission. He didn't know Von like that. He wasn't part of the beef. He was frustrated and he felt, low-key pissed off with Durk that he had sent him on the hit. He actually allegedly FaceTimed Durk to confront him about this. And he said that Durk answered and he was at his crib with OTF C3, all right? And he said, I asked Blood. He said, I said to Durk, like, out of 1 million people you could have sent on this mission, he said, I just did 12 years. Why do you have to send me on that dummy mission with a bunch of people I didn't know? And apparently Durk cut Jam off. He didn't even let him finish. And apparently Durk just responded with...
Man, you on some police shit. That's a street nigga favorite way of dodging accountability. Man, you on some police shit right now. Man, you on some police shit. That's a legit question. Why did you send me on a dummy mission with the JV team to go murder someone in one of the most known cities in the hottest area on the planet? Why would you send me and bro, you on some police shit right now. I don't know what you talking about. You on some police shit. Click.
With a smile, he said, I love you, Jam. He said, y'all didn't hit Quando, but you hit Pab. Pab counts. He was on the internet saying he was smoking on Von. And he can't say that no more. And he was just smiling. He said Pab had been disrespectful about Von's death and that basically it counts. That's apparently what he said. And Durk was smiling at him on FaceTime while that was going on. And what's crazy is Pab later said the reason why he told is because he felt like this whole thing was weighing on his conscience. They killed an innocent man. Pab ain't have nothing to do with nothing, but Lil Durk allegedly didn't see it that way. Now look, if you've seen the long 4-hour documentary I did probably like 2-3 years ago now, I've known about this case for a very long time. I did a documentary called Demon Slayers, all about King Von and Lil Tim and all of the things that have been going down in Savannah, Georgia before this happened. If you've seen that, you'll know that no disrespect to Lil Pab or his family, but he was on a Clubhouse call with OTF members dissing them. He put up a few tweets that were kind of making fun of King Von.
Oh, y'all remember this? What the fuck? What's happening? Oh. Lil Pab. Yeah, Lil Pab was on Clubhouse with some... Here we go. And he was trolling OTF a bit.
Man, you always talking about somebody your motherfucking boy. He was JLG, so he ain't your motherfucking boy.
Yeah, that's
my man.
Okay, so they got Varney up there. Varney's OTF. He's on the OTF side.
Oh, I thought you just said a nigga ain't NBA 16.
Man, guys. So they trolling OTF by letting Varney come up, and basically, Pop is like, man, who the fuck is this nigga? And he's like, I thought if it's not these niggas, it's not your nigga. He's like, man, let him up here, man.
Yeah, let's play a game. Who said Sean? Sing it. I wanna tell the world about. Don't get caught, suck 'em down, don't get hard.
Entrepreneur.
They start playing music.
Cause y'all.
No.
Baby,
What's the word, 60?
All right, Barney, start speaking now.
That green. My mic tripping.
He said, man, these bitches are annoying. He says, "What's the word 60?" Apparently, Quando was a 60 Crip.
I just be cool and hood, so you know what's going on. Just be laid back, coolin'. We gonna link real soon, though.
For sure.
Now, this happened a few times where, like, you would see two people. It happened in Jacksonville a lot on Clubhouse, where Jacksonville rival rappers happened with Fulio's niggas and what's the name niggas? Young and Ace niggas. They would be on there just arguing though.
On this shit, cause there ain't nothing to do. Boy. The mall closed. Niggas done been on fucking Clubhouse all fucking.
Hey, we gotta bring the game.
Hey, that nigga.
Bring Chris the beat you up.
That nigga love Bernie got missing Pete though.
Yeah, I got shot in my mouth.
What you say, Bob?
Swear to God.
Yeah, I do. I got shot in my mouth.
Hey.
You did? You got what?
I got shot in my mouth.
That nigga, he don't even need to be
Damn.
He don't even need to be on Clubhouse talking reckless. He already got his lesson.
Mad chill,
No,
You see, that was Pop. That's Pop trolling Barney.
sent the message.
Damn, look like a nigga sent your ass one back.
No, I just sent him out.
I'm saying, though, I wish that nigga ain't missed your mouth.
Yeah, he shouldn't have. That's what cost.
That nigga shit fucked up. Hey, dope.
Hey, one thing about us, though, we don't do no missing.
Oh shit! I ain't gonna lie, man. Durk must have heard this shit. You had Quando in here. One thing about us, we don't do no missing. This was 2021. Starting from here, OTF done sent 100 shots at Quando after this fucking Clubhouse shit, bro. I ain't gonna cap with you, bro.
Hey, shit, what?
We don't do no missing.
Hey, you look like shit.
Who, me?
No, your sidekick.
Oh, actually, never mind. This is after they shot up his show. Damn, why was Quando talking like that? This is after they shot up the gas station where his show was at.
I just say I am this shit, boy.
You know
They shot up Blackshear in this was December 6th, 2021. They shot up Blackshear, Georgia in May 3rd. So a couple months before, nigga, they were sending shots at and Quando couldn't do no shows.
Hey, love Bernie.
What's the word, 60?
Shit, I'm about to go to my partner house, and after that, I'm gonna go to my other partner house. After that, I'm gonna call my other partner, and then my other partner and shit like that. You know, all us can still pick up the phone. You petty as hell. You know how that go.
Oh, he trolling Vaughn right there.
I know how a lot of shit go.
Anybody else getting crazy?
Hey, don't bring a nigga. Hey, don't bring a nigga some Russian cream backwards, man.
You need some Russian creams, hood. Somebody just rolling like y'all fans out. Hey, I just roll me up. I bet my bang on. These bitches don't want that same song.
And that's the fact them niggas mad because the main's
gone. And that's the fact these niggas mad because they main's gone.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we realized that Durk was given so much belt that we feel bad for Lil Pop, but Lil Pop was talking like he was like that. Like, I hate to say it. Nah, there was trolling. Yo, Durk looked so much like the demon now. Like, he looks so much like he's a bully, this and third, because of course he got all the charges in court. But nigga, they was talking hot to them niggas like, yo, we got your man's is dead. Aha.
This bitch and spray this bitch without no aim on. I'd rather roll the upper purple, baby, smoke like Zaza.
Down, love Bernie, y'all can't stop the rain.
Oh,
Now we gotta be honest though. You know what came from that? Nigga, Durk applied so much belt that flags got dropped, man. I ain't gonna lie. There was a lot of laughing on that clubhouse still. There was a lot of laughing on that clubhouse. I forgot that Quando was trolling because once Quando got on his shit like, man, big bro, I'm dropping my flag, big bro. I forgot that he was kind of with the bullshit too. Y'all remember this? This was when like he couldn't do shows. Like he was popping it. Look.
Show, dog. Hey, y'all boys come cancel the show, dog. Hey, y'all boys come right here. Man, no bitch ass nigga need to stop posting so we can do a show. Fuck that bitch ass. Come out that whole ass police shit, cuz. For real, nigga, we ain't fucking no smoke. That shit got me low, cuz. Oh, cuz.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. All I'm gonna say is that I think we look at Durk in a different league at this point, man. I think we thought Durk was like doing some bullshit. I think we thought Durk was just doing some bullshit. That nigga Durk on timing.
Oh shit, no. Man, I'm the mom around this motherfucker, nigga.
Hey,
Look at you sounding like the Mr. Temptation.
Well, I'm telling you, boy.
Ass motherfucker.
Boy, this the biggest mob in America, boy.
Baby mom.
Nah, that's crazy. Anyway.
And he was standing on business with the Rolling 60s in Savannah, Georgia. He had his own RICO case that he was going to be facing. If Pab was still alive, he might have been facing these RICO charges to do with a car theft ring. That's no disrespect. That's not to say that he deserved it. He wasn't there when Von got killed. And this didn't sit right with Jam. Apparently, basically, Jam kind of thought, like, this isn't what I called about. He was surprised that Durk was talking so hot on that phone. He said, I called to ask why he put me in a situation with goofy dudes that I didn't know. And then he just starts talking about, yeah, I love you. Like, you didn't hit Quando, you hit Pab, it counts. He was on the internet saying...
Yeah, that's another thing, too. Apparently, Durk started berating these niggas a bit like, y'all, stop calling my phone on some bullshit. Y'all ain't even hit the nigga I wanted, nigga. Didn't he have a song? He said, I want the one that I paid for, nigga. That's like, Durk started popping it at his guys. Yeah. Which song was that again, chat? What's the song? Was it Rumors? Yeah, it's Rumors, yeah. Durk Rumors lyrics. No, it's not this song. What the fuck? Is it Rumors? It is Rumors, right? Wait, why can't I find it? Oh, no, it's the one with Gucci, man. My bad. Durk Gucci Rumors. Yeah, Durk Gucci Rumors. Or Gucci Rumors featuring Durk. Them niggas get on your ass. Them niggas get on y'all ass. Y'all play with me like I ain't worse. Trying to gossip up to these blogs like y'all ain't say my name first. He a junkie. He ain't shot his gun yet. He blaming Perks. Shot a video and had a shootout in the same shirt. What you know about popping out and they trying to hit their face first? They like smirk your ass be tripping. Better put your case first. Choking who? Now you talking about Reese now. I heard them rumors. Nigga better play slow. I don't want the nigga who you caught. Nigga, I want the one that I paid for. So yeah, Durk was popping it. Nigga, the fuck? Durk was popping it. Remember, they shot at Quando. Well, actually, I'm gonna be honest though. That was before Pop died though. That was before Pop died. But this was his demeanor though. So again, I don't want to confuse timelines because it said the release date of the song was January 2022. Pop ain't died till like August. Pop died in like August. Feel me? 2022. But he dropped this song, and you heard what he was saying. Yo, nigga, I don't want the one you caught, nigga. I want the one I paid for. So you can imagine Jam calling him like, yo, bro, why you send me on this hit with these brufers, nigga? Like, what's up? First of all, Durk is probably like, yo, this killer just called me on his hot ass phone. Yo, I love you, brother. I love you, man. I'm gonna talk to you later. Click.
And he spoke, so he was just like, what the hell? Like, I didn't understand. He said, I wasn't close enough to Flocka to be doing that with him. He sent me out there with goofies that I didn't know. He said,
Flocka is the other dude. So we got,
just wasn't feeling it. He said that he basically kind of just went along with it. He said, yeah, he agreed with what Durk said about Pab and got off the phone. And that was it. And he said, I didn't get no payment for this. I just thought, what the hell? Like, this is just nonsense. So, yeah, I think Lil Durk was obviously happy about what went down, but the way Pab saw it, he'd been...
So that's what I was saying. Remember I say he didn't really know these niggas? So when he's saying, remember he trying to bring Malcolm or whatever that nigga name is. So Jam was supposed to bring a nigga with him. He tried to bring like a nigga that was his cousin. The nigga say he don't got no ID. So they told him, nigga, bring somebody, nigga. Like, yo, bring somebody from around the way. He bring Keith Jones. That's Flocka. By the way, Flocka is snitching, nigga. Like, Flocka's snitching too. But what I guess this is what Jam is saying. Nigga, if y'all told me I'm coming to Beverly Hills to go murder somebody, I'm not bringing this guy. I'm thinking we're just going to LA, we mobbing. Like, I ain't think you're calling me for a murder. He claims, even though you could say he's probably lying, he claims he only knows that he's there to kill somebody when Duty Low tells him when he's already in LA. And I guess this goes to his point of saying, I wouldn't have brought Flocka. And now Flocka is a government witness too.
Roped into killing an innocent man, and obviously he didn't even know he was there to kill Quando until he'd arrived in California. So he said that he no longer respects Durk. Oh my gosh, so I just...
Okay. We got one more update that we're going to say now.
All right, so I just see Kanye for the first time. I just see Ye in the courthouse, okay? And basically, it was pretty crazy to see Ye in the flesh. He kind of walked in late. He wasn't there for the very start, but it seems like they low-key be treating the celebrities like VIPs in court, because Machine Gun Kelly was able to cut past all of the media a couple of days ago. Ye managed to get in even though there was a giant line and he was late. You know what I'm saying? They was making it work for Ye. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Ye stared me down. He looked over to me and just stared me down for an extended period. He looked at me for longer than Durk did when Durk stared me down. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit like, I'm really in the courthouse getting pressed and intimidated by Kanye West right now. This is straight mind games, okay? Now, what was interesting is he looked down for a lot of the testimony. OTF Jam was literally on the stand. We got Durk, Jam, Ye, me, all in the same room at the same time. It was surreal. Now, one thing I will say, and I'm going to criticize Ye for this, okay? Every time the jury enters and leaves the room, you have to stand. You have to rise for the jury and the judge. When the judge comes in on his own, you have to rise for the judge. And the judge made it very clear that the jury is actually above him when it comes to justice. It's the jury that are making the decision. So the judge, as well as everybody else, rises for the jury to show respect for the importance of the jury's role. You know who didn't rise for the jury? Kanye West. He didn't rise for the jury. He wasn't respecting the jury. He wasn't respecting the justice process. And I'll be honest, I don't respect that. I thought that was very disrespectful. I thought that was just not proper.
I love you, Trap, but anybody give a damn about that, man. Shout out to Big Ye in the building, man. Ye show up to the building, it's Ye, nigga. I'm sorry to tell you. That's Ye. I'm sorry. Yo, I fuck with you, Trap, but that's Ye, nigga. That's Ye.
And I don't really like how these celebrities are getting this VIP treatment, but then they're not respecting the jury. This is supposed to be a free society, free press, free speech, but you're supposed to respect the jury. You're supposed to respect the judge. Ye wasn't really respecting any of what goes on. Obviously, he sees himself as a god, right? But at the end of the day, this case is in God's hands and it's in the jury's hands. So we're going to find out what happens. No disrespect. But I personally thought that Ye not rising for the jury was disrespectful and it didn't respect the justice process. As much as everybody wants to say free Durk, it's in the jury's hands and it's up to the jury to decide whether or not they believe beyond a reasonable doubt that Durk did this based on the evidence that's presented to them fair and square. So, yeah, I would suggest that everybody in the courtroom respect the jury. There's no indication that they're biased. There's a very diverse jury, all right? I'm not going to comment too much on the jury, but, there's all this talk about, are there any black jurors? There are black jurors. There's jurors from all different races. I don't know nationalities. I've not spoken to any of them, and I don't plan to. But anyway, it looks like there's something going on in these streets now. There's some crazy ambulance pulling up. But I will see you guys next video.
Okay. Seti Nash got a bunch of updates. Here we go. Seti Nash. All right, Seti popping out.
To go viral, bro. This shit about to go viral. So you got Jam, who basically told the whole entire thing. They basically got away with it, bro. They literally basically got away with it. Jam got pulled over, had a gun on him, and basically wrote a note. The note literally reads, I know about murders. I don't want to talk on camera. I know a lot. Then we ended.
Did they really get away with it though? It felt like the feds kind of knew. It's just that they needed people to flip, like for sure. And we don't know if Jam is the first person to flip.
Before lunch with the damn lawyer saying, do you still got love for Lil Durk? He gonna say, yeah, I love Lil Durk. But, you know, what Lil Durk did was selfish. What Lil Durk did was basically put me in a situation with people I don't know, you know, with cats I don't even know. When we went and slid for Vine, I didn't even know Vine. If it had been like Booney Mo, then it wouldn't have been no problem and all that. And then he said he had no reason to do this. And he said he still got love for Durk. He was there for me, and I feel bad, and I know he hate me, but I still got love for Durk. Bro, how you love me and all that shit, but you just trying to throw me up under there. And here's what's crazy. He said he feels bad for sliding on Quando Rondo and all them, but it's some more shit to get into.
To go viral, bro. This shit about to go viral. So you got Jam, who basically told the whole entire thing. They basically got away with it, bro. They literally basically got away with it. Jam got pulled over, had a gun on him, and basically wrote a note. The note literally.
Okay.
Money Duke and goddamn Lil Durk get into it about them not sliding for Vine. And Money Duke basically like, man, y'all ain't sliding for Vine. Y'all ain't did shit for Vine. All of this shit. And then Money Duke basically was talking hella shit. And he got on group chat, texted everybody, talking hella shit. So,
popping up on my shit right now.
Shout out. So anyways, goddamn Money Duke and them, they get on group chat with DD and what's cuz name? With DD and Jam and Durk, and they all talking shit. And Jam like, nigga, we gonna go to war with the OTF. Fuck them. Nigga, hey, bro, y'all ain't slide for Vine. The Money Duke like, nigga, y'all didn't slide for Vine. Y'all didn't do shit for Vine, bro. So, nigga, fuck y'all. And so it just go off like that, bro. So you mean to tell me O-Block and Lamron was basically gonna go to war for not sliding for Vine, bro? Crazy shit. Keep tuning in. I'm about to update the shit out here. Here we go. We found out that Braids, the Braids motherfucker, he lied in his testimony. I done pieced the shit out of him if I'm Brian Steele, because Braids lied about the cameras and said that, hey, bro, we didn't have cameras and all this shit. No, literally, they could have audio recorded it because Jam the one who said no video cameras. That's the reason why. So if you was such a head honcho and all this shit, how you didn't read the note about the person who said, I...
No, I think Seti Nash is wrong here. I'm gonna tell you why. The 30 times was not with detectives. The 30 times, the majority of times, was with the AUSA. The way how cases work, the detective or the agent starts the investigation, gathers probable cause. In this situation, a U.S. attorney, because it's feds, they have to sign off on it. But once it's there, it's in the feds' hand. The feds always have to be prepared to go to trial. That's why they sign off on cases. The state, they got to take any case, even if it's bullshit. The feds pick their cases. So after they pick their cases, they're gonna work. Yo, come meet with us. They're not detectives. They're lawyers. Okay? They're lawyers. So the 30 meetings is a mix between FBI agents and AUSA. The AUSA also is gonna have mock crosses where they're gonna simulate them being in the courtroom. That's what that is. It doesn't even make sense for them to meet with a detective 30 times. The detective got the story already. The detective wrote it up already. They met with the AUSAs, the lawyers, okay? Probably more than 20. It's the same thing with Cassie. Cassie didn't meet with a detective. You know, they said Cassie met like 20 times. She didn't meet 20 times with a detective. She met 20 times with Maureen Comey. She was up in that, just like 6ix9ine. After 6ix9ine shit goes through, he's meeting with when he decided to testify, he said he slept in the prosecutor's office, not detective's office. You are working with their lawyers to prepare for their case. That's it, okay? So while preparing for their case, they're not gonna record that. So that's where I think Seti Nash has it wrong. Now you have to note that you met with the person. It has to be noted. In discovery, you have to say, we met with this witness that we plan to call this amount of times. But as long as they don't use a quote that emanates from one of those times that there's no recorded or documentation, there isn't procedurally, they're not doing nothing wrong. Now, could you bring it up in trial and say, yo, Cassie met with the lawyer 20 times. This person met with the prosecutor 20 times. But yeah, that's the thing. It's not, I think SETI is having the misunderstanding that Jam met with the detectives or the FBI agent 20 times. No. He probably met with them probably like 3 times. They already got the story. They passed it on to the U.S. attorney. The U.S. attorney's not working on a case. The U.S. attorney is also going to work on an indictment. So that's why they're going to be like, yo, we need you to come meet. Those are not going to be recorded.
Hey, bro, I'm finna come snitch. Just don't bring no video. If he would have said, bro, hey, man, I'm not going to snitch if y'all bring cameras, that's one thing. But he said they didn't bring it for a whole entire different reason. Say to him, we got way more coming out because, man, this shit is crazy. They talking about, hey, bro, Lil Durk was buying hot cars for everybody, but there's a bombshell that happened, too. They say, Jeff say, niggas didn't get paid for sliding for Vaughn. For sliding for Vaughn outside of L.A. So they really destroying the murder for hire part because they basically come out and say...
That's not true again. Love you said it, but it's not true. You don't have to pay the person for it to be murder for hire. It needs to be a verbal, it needs to be a contract. The payment does not have to be deliberate. There doesn't even have to be an attempt to pay. If I tell you, commit this crime for $1 zillion, I don't even have to have the money. As long as the reason why you're doing the crime is understood between me and you that you're doing it for the hopes of compensation, that's murder for hire. You do not got to get paid. Okay? So I need you guys to understand that as we cover this trial. Payment is not a requirement for a conviction. Murder for hire is basically a conspiracy charge. And when you're proving conspiracy, you always got to prove that there is an agreement. So the agreement of compensation. And compensation doesn't only have to be money. I know it says murder for hire, but promising career advancements, promising, oh, you know what, you could further along these other endeavors. That's still murder for hire. If the incentive to do murder is associated with any type of compensation. Yo, if you kill this nigga, I'll give you my old car. That's murder for hire. If you kill this nigga, I'll sign you to my record deal or my record label. That's murder for hire. If you kill this nigga, I'll give you $1 million. And I don't have $1 million. Murder for hire, still. The murder for hire, the first thing is the murder. The second thing, the murder is undisputable. At least in this case. The second thing is the agreement, the conspiracy part. And then the rest of it is the follow through. In the feds, if someone dies, there is no wiggle room. You either beat the case or you get automatic life. If someone gets shot with the use of a deadly weapon, you get at least 25 or 20, I think. If you try to go kill the person and you agree to do the murder for hire, and even if you didn't harm a hair on their head, you get 10. So if the person is not harmed, 10. The person gets harmed but doesn't die, it's like, I think it's either 15 or 20. And if you use a deadly weapon, it's 25. That's all if the person don't die. So murder for hire, the only way you don't get life is if the person you were hired to kill didn't die. Now, you might be like, well, there's a technicality. They were hired to kill Quando. Well, anyone who dies in the commission of a murder for hire. That's how it's looked at. So in this case, there is no wiggle room. And I just, obviously Brian Steele and, what's his name? Drew Fillon's going to fight this idea that this was not necessarily a murder for hire, but you might not realize it. The government is putting on their case to prove that it is. Why do you think Jam is making it known? Why do you think Jam is specifically saying it? Durk, you were selfish. This murder was just for you. Because they know Durk is going to say, or his team is going to say, why would Durk got to pay his friends to slide for one of his other friends? They're making it known. We didn't know Vaughn like that. This was selfish. This was for you. You enticed us with basically saying if we did this, we'd be straight for life, which was assumed. Even though people might be like, well, he never promised a certain dollar amount. The context is what's going to carry it. Remember, this is conspiracy. You can't use black and white shit on conspiracy. It's all about interpretation. Who got the most believable story? The point is, the jury is going to be like, nigga, you're clearly offering something. If people are shouting out in the room, it got to be half a ticket. Nah, a million. You were offering some compensation. That's murder for hire in some interpretation. Now, some other interpretation might be like, no, he was definitely not offering that. He was just saying, yo, you rise up in the ranks in the gang. That's not murder for hire. That's down the line of violent crimes in aid of racketeering, or not racketeering, in aid of whatever for a gang. And possibly could go up to a RICO, but that's not murder for hire. Murder for hire is very distinct.
Lil Durk was putting money in the street for people because motherfuckers kept on begging. They was asking for houses and cars and all this shit. And then Lamron versus OTF war damn near started. We found out that Braids,
Okay.
So Lamron almost get into a war with Rich old Lamron and everybody versus OTF because of some shit that happened with Booney Mo. So Booney Mo get into it with some cash from Lamron, and they got locations. Rich old Lamron is on house arrest, but nobody gonna slide on his car. Jam like, yeah, my baby mama, she from Lamron, she could have got the load. So they was planning to all go meet up and go fight or shoot it out and all this shit on some real socials versus greasers. If you remember the Outsiders, bro, that shit was crazy as hell. They talking about, yeah. So Rich old Lamron.
Hey, chat. This is another rabbit hole we could probably go down when we got a downtime and we don't have Jam on the stand. But there's a rabbit hole we could go down, which is the beef between Lamron and pretty much Tay-Town. It's pretty much a Durk beef, right? It's pretty much Durk has picked a different side of guys he's hanging with, guys he's funding, guys he's preferring. He has his own reasons. He feels these guys done X, Y, and Z, or they're not standing on business like X, Y, and Z. And it's very convoluted. But, you know, it does get to a point where Durk had like an unreleased track where he was supposedly like dissing them. I think this is not AI too. But there was an unreleased track where he was like dissing, or like, you know, dissing the Lamron. One thing the feds will appreciate, Durk was as honest. Him, Pooh Shiesty, and Vaughn, they're honest in their music. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell them niggas never went into the studio and be like, man, what should I rap about today? Like, what cap could I do? They would rap about pretty much exactly how they felt.
Proud to be a member, this the trenches, they can't tell me shit. And I've been in my bag 2020, you can tell we rich. I seen girls act like they send weed, they can't mail me shit. They mama slick, can't get through they line, I hate a petty bitch. Bitch, you
wait, is this it? No, there's an unreleased joint. It's way more aggressive. Nah, this ain't it. Check, y'all know what I'm talking about? Nah, there's a, fuck. Cause he calls out names on it too. Y'all know what song I'm talking about? Lil Durk, Survivor. It's an unreleased joint. Oh, let me see. Super upset. Very upset.
Just a little your ass, man. And I'ma have a little baby threat and I'm dust your ass, nigga.
Wait, you gonna have Baby Threat do what? Oh, hell no. That's probably the wrong shooter to call out using shit like that. He said, you want subscribers? And fuck me up. 2 killers told me to click the link. Yeah, Durk was really still beefing with his hood, my nigga. Like, shit was crazy.
Hey, this shit like video of him. Pull that trigger, I know Booker can. Nervous on that drill, cause he got scared, he turned to Ricky. He got nervous on that bill, then he revealed he turned to Mickey. He was dirty, laughing, hopping.
Nah, this ain't the one, though. I think it's Survivor. I think it's Survivor and shit. Anyway. But yeah, there was a whole beef.
And them and hella Lemron members was up there dissing the shit out of Lil Durk and everybody, saying they ain't did this and they ain't do that and all this shit, bro. And basically, Cash was hot. They was pissed the hell off. So they like, Jam told Durk, like, nigga, don't respond to these niggas no more on social media. Nigga, we finna war. We finna thug it up. Fuck these niggas, bro. Hey, nigga, give me the car and I'll go do this shit myself. Nigga, I'll go slide on the motherfuckers my goddamn self. So Lemron almost get into a war with Rick. So the Quando Rondo shooting ends up happening like this. They basically get Quando Rondo's location. They pull up. BD presses the gun to the goddamn window, say, I can smoke these niggas right now. They goofy as shit. They ultimately don't do it because it's a lot of people. They pull back up in the early morning again. They don't bust them because it's a lot of people. They thought about basically getting out there and getting in the paint. So they follow them to a weed shop. The weed shop staying there for a minute. Then they send Brown Eyes in there. He go disrobe, take all his shit, go up in there. He like, we can't go slide it because, bruh, it's armed security, it's all of this shit in there. So they follow him to the vape store. These fools stopped for a moment about running in the vape store and shooting the fuck out of Quando Rondo. But they was worried that the damn door would lock. So they like, nah, we ain't finna go do that. So they keep on following. And then when they pull up to the gas station, they see Quando and them get out. That's when they go make that turn and they decide, man, fuck this. We ain't finna go do it. But they say, I can't remember, Flocka basically fucking shot first, his gun jammed, and then he said that Flocka had the Beretta and that he shot his shit like 4 times, and Flocka had shot the shit over Brown Eye's head, so they start arguing and shit about this, why they shoot the fucking gun and shit. Like, nigga, you almost fucking blew my head off. All this shit. So they get back in there and they get rid of the goddamn stolen car. They parked.
Chat, it's the rookie team. Didn't I tell you? The shooters is Brown Eyes, Flocka, and Jam. First things first. Brown Eyes is the first nigga out the car. He's fast. He starts shooting too quick. They didn't get a chance to run down on them closer. Jam is like, fuck, I wanted to walk him down or at least get closer, but now this nigga firing bullets from there. I can't go in front of the bullets, so I gotta shoot from here. Then the other dude, Flocka, he come out, he don't know how to use the gun, kinda. The shit Jam, oh shit, he fired 1 bullet, almost even shot the other nigga. He trying to work the gun, what the fuck? Let's get back in the car, man. Let's get back in the car. Let's get back in the car. These guys is the rookie squad. One having a gun, a malfunction. He hitting the gun. What the fuck? What the hell? He almost shot his man. The other guy, he got the switch just going crazy. The gun leading him. And he 20 miles away from the people he shooting. You see why OTF Jam is like, man, I got sent with some rookies.
Stole the car somewhere in LA and they basically hop all in the car. So everybody in the car, nigga, we talking niggas 6'5", fat ass fucking Jam, all of these people and all that. They all in the cars basically doing that shit. Then they get into the car, they go to In-N-Out. But when they go to In-N-Out, they see 2 cops there. And fucking Jam damn near freeze up like, man, fuck, maybe they see me because of my shoes and all this shit. So that ain't what end up happening. They get food from In-N-Out, then they get a sprinter back to San Diego, and they get the hell out of there. But they throw away they shit as far as the guzzle. I mean, basically, long story short, they do that shit. So when they did all this, they say that Durk was on the phone with them in the car, but he couldn't see Durk on the phone because he's laid over. Jam fat ass is laid over 3 dudes in the back of this car. And they driving basically to In-N-Out. They get a driver to take them from In-N-Out basically to San Diego. But here's the crazy part. All that bullshit about, oh, they met up with Durk or any of that in LA, they never met up with Durk in LA. That didn't even happen. So that's a big ass lie. I'm finna go back in this motherfucker. But hey, Shetty Nash, make sure you follow. So
okay. They met up with Durk. What happened to Taylor? Is she not doing videos? Come on, oh, she is. Oh, there you go, Taylor.
Hi, I'm Taylor Priest, Los Angeles Magazine, and we are back at Lil Durk's murder for hire trial, where we picked back up where we left off yesterday with Casey Hester, or OTF Jam's testimony. So we kind of went back, got a little more information about what happened leading up to the murder of Savia Robinson. Hester and Banks, though, I wanted to note, before court started, they stared at each other from across the room. It was quite a good amount of time. I couldn't...
Yo, Durk, me mugging niggas? Oh, shit. Smirky, yo!
See Durk's face, but Hester's face was very serious. When he looked away, he just kind of stared at the ground after. And it was also interesting that the defense noted before court started that they couldn't see Hester's face. They wanted to make sure they had a clear view of Hester's face. They had to move the monitor, and from my recollection, that monitor was there yesterday, so I don't know if this is a new thing that they decided they wanted in court today. So again, we got back to Hester's testimony where he testified. They went back to the Level Hotel where Quando Rondo and his crew were staying, and they parked that Infiniti and that BMW that was rented right outside the Level Hotel again. He testified that there was too many people outside the hotel, which is kind of similar to why they decided not to, he testified, kill Quando Rondo the night before. So they decided that was not the location. There were too many people driving around. So he discussed the BMW and the Infiniti. He was in the Infiniti with Keith Jones and Lindsay and Asa Houston.
Asa's name is, so that's Boogie. His case was severed. So Boogie's case was severed. Keith Jones is Jam's homie from Chirac. He got recruited by Jam. Ironically, his gun jams, he shot one time. His name is Flocka. Brown Eyes, that's Dee Dee's man. He's standing tall, but supposedly he might be the reason why Quando alive. Because he shot pretty far away while Jam wanted to run down. But yeah, that car had 4 people. Asa Houston never got out the car. So Boogie never got out the car. He was sitting in the car waiting. Flocka hopped out. Brown Eyes hopped out first. I think Jam was second. And essentially, with Flocka, not only did his gun jam, he shot over the head of, I think, his Jam or Lindsay. And they got upset over that. Like, nigga, the fuck, you trying to shoot me?
We're all in the Infiniti together, and then DeAndre Wilson and Grant were in the rented BMW. He testified to them following the black Escalade that Quando Rondo and Savia Robinson were in to a weed dispensary called Litco. He said that they were looking around for a, quote, quick getaway. He then he said they were on the phone the entire time, the Infiniti and the BMW.
Yeah, I figured that. I figured they were either on the phone or they dropped a pin or they were sharing location. Because remember, chat, you ever watch these movies when they're like following a car? You ever think to yourself like, nigga, ain't no car could follow me and make 2 or 3 consecutive turns and I don't see them. Apparently, to be honest, they were doing like this a little bit, not saying complex because it was kind of some stupid niggas in these cars, but the BMW would get closer to the vehicle more often. So the BMW would get closer to the vehicle, to the Escalade, right? And their job was just to communicate the location of where it was driving to the other car. Okay?
In constant contact is what he said, discussing when the right time was. At one point, Hester testified that Lindsay went into the dispensary to get a look to see where Quando Rondo was. He had said Quando Rondo was towards the back and they didn't feel like that was the right place.
Yeah, so in the dispensary, I guess Quando Rondo and them knows the guy, or they probably recognize Quando. So they bring Quando to a back room area that he could look at some extra. They got more products. They trying to, also they probably like, yeah, do a little promo video for us. We'll bless you. We'll hook you up. Businesses do that when a rapper comes into something like that. So he's in the back. And he's not just out, like, just in the area of the store where everybody would be. So they're like, fuck, we don't want to do it here. Okay?
So they then followed the black Escalade to a clothing store in Beverly Hills, and there Hester testified that they were on the phone talking about how they were worried that door of the clothing store had an automatic lock on it and they didn't want to be stuck, but they allegedly considered going inside and shooting Quando Rondo there. He states multiple times that he does not know Los Angeles. He doesn't know the area, so he can't speak to where they're at most of the time, but he said
Now, another reason why, to give you more context, why they couldn't do it at the dispensary, okay? Another reason they couldn't do it at the dispensary is that dispensaries in Los Angeles, if they're legal, they're required to have security personnel. Do dispensaries in Los Angeles have security? Yes, licensed dispensaries in Los Angeles must have security on site. On site. So usually you'll see an armed person there. And I think they were realizing if we going in to go shoot a nigga, we want to make sure there's not somebody there that could shoot one of us. So they don't go there. Okay?
A weed dispensary called Litco, and when the right time was.
Then they think about going to bait.
At one point, Hester testified that Lindsay went into the dispensary to get a look to see where Quando Rondo was. He had said...
Oh, somebody is mentioning in the chat, Calica, what up, man? He says, they not only got security, they got auto lock doors. So if you're thinking about venue or place to go kill somebody, you don't want to go there because if they hit the auto lock doors, you're probably fucked. No! Somebody said, bro, let her speak for herself. No, I'm giving context to some of these things. Again, you guys, at a certain point, you start hearing the same info more and more. It's for us to try to decode it, to figure out damn, why didn't they do it in that spot? Okay, now you get the more info. That's what we're trying to do here, okay?
Said Quando Rondo was towards the back and they didn't feel like that was the right place. So they then followed the black Escalade to a clothing store in Beverly Hills, and there Hester testified that they were on the phone talking about how they were worried that door of the clothing store had an automatic lock on it and they didn't want to be stuck, but they allegedly considered going inside and shooting Quando Rondo there. He states multiple times that he does not know Los Angeles. He doesn't know the area, so he can't speak to where they're at most of the time, but he said he remembers the hotel, he remembers the weed dispensary, he remembers the clothing store, and the next thing he remembers was getting to that gas station adjacent from the Beverly Hills, the Beverly Center. He even says at one point he doesn't even know what the Beverly Center is until his attorney tells him what it is. So he explains this even in the getaway that he doesn't know the area. So once they get to the gas station, he testifies that they drove next to the Escalade. He even says that a tall person got out of the black Escalade and saw their car. And then they drive around Houston. Asa Houston was driving the Infiniti. He said he knew the BMW, he didn't know where, but he knew they were in the area. And the white Infiniti drove around the gas station, and that is when he described Lindsay jumping out of the car, moving very quickly. So him and Keith Jones were following after, and he said he's used to, this is a quote, he's used to walking on people. And so he was expecting, he testified, to get closer to Quando Rondo before they committed this shooting. But he said he was surprised. He didn't expect Lindsay to start shooting so quickly and so far away. So Lindsay, he said, threw him off, and then they all began shooting at this black Escalade. And the prosecutor asked him, were you worried about shooting at gas pumps? Were you worried about an explosion? And he very quickly was like, no, they were not concerned about that. He even kind of imitated what he heard when the shooting was occurring. He was like, dum, dum, dum. Like he imitated the gunshots happening, like he could hear it in his mind. And He also testified to it just being a very chaotic scene. He said at one point he felt like Lindsay may have fallen over. Lindsay was shouting at Jones for shooting too close to his head, which is something that the gun expert had also mentioned, that it looked like someone had gotten shocked by the blast of the gun next to his head. Then he talks about getting back into the Infinity, driving around. He's on the phone. He testifies to DeAndre Wilson being on the phone with Banks, who he calls Blood, and he says he heard Blood's voice. Wilson was asking the group questions about who shot who, where they were at, wanting details from what happened, and he testified that Durk was also asking these questions to Wilson, who was asking them, relaying the information back. And so he did testify that he heard Blood's or Durk's voice on that phone call. He then also, I thought it was interesting that they then make a car switch to the black Escalade, which we knew there was a switch in cars. We hadn't heard that before. The Infinity gets dropped off or abandoned. They get in the BMW, he says, a lot of guys squeezing this small car, and then they somehow transition to the black Escalade. Hester testified he didn't quite know how.
That sounds crazy. So we have Vonnie and Dee Dee. Yeah, we have Vonnie and Dee Dee who are in the BMW. Who was in the white BMW? I know it's Vonnie and Dee Dee. I'm gonna tell you who. Let me see. I thought there was a third person in there. Well, okay, Vonnie and Dee Dee, but regardless, it's a BMW. The amount of people that was in the other car is 4 people. Asa Houston, Lindsay, Flocka Keith Jones, and OTF Jam. All 4 of them, if they left the hot car, which is they left the fucking, what do you call it again? The Infinity, and they jumped into the BMW, all of them had to fit in the back seat. So it looked like Jam's fat ass just like start laying on his niggas type shit, you know?
They got there, but they get in that car, and the prosecutor was very specific. Was there a partition? Could the driver hear you? And he said there was not a partition. And this is something he asked before, so I wonder if there's a driver testifying. I wonder if they're setting it up for the conversation.
Now, they supposedly get in a Escalade, so they called it like an Uber, okay? She's asking, why is the Uber driver not testifying? Keep in mind, the feds didn't crack this case, or law enforcement didn't crack this case for a while, so that, a Uber driver might have several hundred rides in a week. So if they didn't immediately hit up that Uber driver might be struggling to be like, hey, you remember that one ride during this time? Did they say anything crazy? It might not,
And the Escalade could be heard. This is also the same Escalade that ended up driving them to the San Diego airport that night to fly back to Chicago. He then talks about how he testifies to once he got back home, he left San Diego, he felt very mad. He felt like the shooting had nothing to do with him. He called it, quote, sloppy. He said, in my eyes, this guy was innocent. And he didn't know at that point, he testified, that it was Robinson who was hit. But he said even Quando Rondo, he had nothing to do with this beef. He didn't know King Von very well. He didn't know Quando Rondo. He didn't feel involved, and that came up a lot. He said he had a lot of negative feelings towards that. He also said he felt Durk was, quote, selfish in asking him to be a part of this, or having him be a part of this, allegedly. And then he also has this quote where he said it's his first time being a free father to my son. And he testifies about how he just didn't feel good about what happened afterwards. before we broke for lunch, before we broke for the morning break, he testified, his last testimony was that he was never offered payment before committing the shooting. That was like a big deal in the courtroom. That was a very dramatic note to end on. When we were brought back, he did say he said there was payment, it was afterwards, and he testified there was discussion about payment after the murder was committed. He also testified to being in a music video called Federal Freestyle, where he was paid $10,000 to be in that music video.
His song,
and he'd
though.
never been in a music video, never been on an album before. And the prosecution asked him, do you think you would have been able to be in that video if you weren't a part of this shooting? And he said no, and he even testified he didn't think he would have ever been around. He would have been alive, essentially. But back to the music video, it seemed to be implied that this music video may have been the payment, the way of paying him for the shooting. The alleged murder to hire is coming into play. Next, the prosecution asks some questions about, it kind of goes back about Durk and how he was feeling about King Von's death. And we've heard a lot in the courtroom that Hester has testified Durk didn't like being made fun of or ridiculed for letting the shooting of King Von fly, to let that just get away with that. And so one quote that Hester said, Durk said, was, the whole world saw them run. Them being O-Block, the crew, they ran when King Von was shot, and that was very embarrassing. That wasn't, they lost a lot of respect from that. And then they go into some beef with Rancho Lamron, his beef with the group, OTF. They were beefing with Booney Mo, Lamron was beefing with Booney Mo, and they all picked Booney Mo's side. And that beef seemed to indicate, I think they were just trying to prove that Durk is a leader in all of this, because there is a voice conversation played, and the prosecution, the judge made it very clear to the jury this has nothing to do with Lindsay. His attorney wanted that to be made clear, that this was not evidence against Lindsay. But there's this whole voice message played.
Yeah, because remember, Lindsay, who his name is Brown Eyes, is not connected to any of the gang narrative. There's a gang narrative. Remember, Lindsay's going to be interesting because, yes, he's part of the conspiracy of murder, but the conspiracy that contains evidence of gang feuds that kind of contributed to it, no. He didn't know niggas like that. Okay? He knew Dee Dee.
Where they say, Blood wants shit to go right. People call him for money. It was all about how Blood was supplying the cars. Blood wanted to make sure that things didn't go awry on this alleged plot against Lamron. Finally, what was played was, we went to the moment where Hester decided he wanted to be a snitch. He wanted to come forward. He discussed a somewhat guilty conscience because he didn't feel like the murder of Robinson was justified. He wasn't involved. He called him again. He said he was innocent. He said, this is a quote, "It was weighing on me and I saw the opportunity." He was arrested in 2023 on a completely unrelated charge. He was on probation for that 12-year stint he had in jail, and he was pulled over with a gun in his car, violated his probation, went back to jail, and that is when he passed along a note that was shown in court that said, "I know about murders. I don't want to talk on camera. I know a lot." So essentially, that is how we are told he is connected then to this case, to being a cooperator. And right before we broke for lunch, the prosecution asked him, "How do you feel about Durk? What are your feelings like towards Durk Banks?" And he says, this may be hard to believe because of what I'm doing, but he says he has a lot of love for Durk. He said that he knows this shit won't go away, but he still has a lot of love for him, and he just doesn't have any respect for him. So I don't believe the prosecution is done. We're going to hear more from Hester and from the prosecution after our lunch break, and then hopefully we will hear from Brian Steele in cross as well and see how he questions Hester on what we've heard.
And we get a little bit more context here, chat. Here's a little bit more context on what Durk said. This is important. This is important right here, chat. They said, you know, at least Michael Blackshire here is talking about how the confrontation happened between Jam and Durk. He said, I FaceTime Blood. I asked Blood. Man, there was 1 million people you could have called, man. Yo, this was the first time I could have been a free man to my son. Now, so he's basically saying, man, why you call me for that stupid ass hit, man? Why you put me on that dummy mission, Durk? He said, you could have called 1 million people. Why you call me for that dumb ass shit, bro? The prosecutor said, what'd he say? He told me he loved me. He told me you didn't get Quando, but Pop does count. They be on the internet talking about smoking Vaughn. Jeez, damn. All right, let me read his shit. Okay, here we go. Prosecutor said, you got love for Durk still? Man, I still got a lot of love for him, man. What he did for me, gave to me, I got love for him, but I just don't respect him. Do you place blame? Yeah. Because he seemed like a goofy. I'm doing something for people I don't know. So how come you made a decision to talk to FBI? I wrote a note. What you write on a note? No, the prosecutor just read a note. I know about murders. I know a lot. Did you talk to someone? Yeah. So you didn't want to talk on cameras or body cams? A lot of people was getting exposed on social media. I don't want to do that. As a BD, that's breaking all laws. You can snitch on an op and get fucked up. After Jim talks about what could happen to a stitch, prosecutor says, could you be murdered or killed? Yeah, of course. Even now? Of course. So what made you talk to FBI? Man, I had to get that shit off my chest, man. I just seen the opportunity. Why would this be off your chest? Man, I felt it was dumb, man, and a sloppy matter. People who shouldn't have been there was there. A bunch of goofies. Did you think y'all were gonna get caught? Man, I know we're gonna get caught. LA is rich people, actors. I don't feel like that's no place to do no damn crime. You pled guilty to your role in the murder. Yeah. Are you hoping for a reduction in your sentence? Yeah. Has the government said what reduction you will get at your sentence? No. Were you uncomfortable with what happened? I thought it was sloppy, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know Lil Pop. In my eyes, he was innocent. I just said I ain't had no beef with him. I'm not on that level. All that rap shit, NBA Youngboy shit, Quando Rondo shit. Nigga, if this shit was about Boonie Mo, this should be different. Man, I don't know King Von like that. That nigga was not my homie. Man, I FaceTime Blood. I asked Blood, I said, Blood, if there was 1 million people you could have called. This was my first time being a free man to my son. What Durk say? Man, he told me he loved me, man. He said, you ain't get Quando, but Pop do count, though. They be on the internet talking about they smoking Vaughn. James says, yo, he say they be on the internet talking about smoking Vaughn. He can't say that no more. Prosecutor said smoking Vaughn. I mean, being disrespectful. Was he pleased, at least on the FaceTime? Yeah, Blood was smiling. James says, man, I was calling him and saying, why you put me in that situations with niggas I don't know? You don't know what people are capable of. I did dirt with someone and he told on me and I went to jail. So will you ever offer payment for this? Nah, man. Prosecutor says, when a gang kills a rival, is that person's death mocked? Man, Chirac made it popular to say you smoking on somebody. It's like when we say smoking on Tuka. Like, Tuka is a person, but you're dead up. Prosecutor says, like smoking on his ashes? Yeah. Another word is like smoked, like he got smoked. Prosecutor says, in the red shoes, that's you? Yeah, that's me. So Jam is seen wearing the same red shoes on the surveillance footage in the drive-by about In and Out. Footage of the drive-by and that In and Out. Jam says, man, Boogie was driving fast as hell. Remember, Boogie's Asa Houston. I told Boogie, slow down, gang. Slow down. Be cool. He was on the phone with Didi. So what'd he say? Did y'all hit something? Who y'all shot? Who shot what? Who did what? Said Didi was trying to figure it out. So how many times y'all niggas shoot? James said 4 times I heard that switch go off. So you could tell the nigga who exited first had the switch, and that shit went off. And he shot so far away, that shit just shit everything. You feel me? So did you know you were in Beverly Hills? Man, no. Nigga, I don't even know what the Beverly Center is. It's man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Lindsay got mad at Flock for shooting over his head, man. So do you ever think that you could have shot a pump and blew the whole shit up? Man, I don't know nothing about that. Man, what happened when y'all went to In-N-Out? Man, I seen a police officer. He kind of sized me up, man. I ain't know if my nerves got the best of me, but he made me nervous. Why did you want to get out of LA? Man, I didn't want to be there no more. I didn't want to be there no more. Man. Bro, so, all right, I ain't gonna lie. He did try to confront Durk. He did try to confront Durk. I think at that point, Durk probably realized, oh, this is not good. But even how he said Durk responded on that call, he said, he asked Durk, I ain't gonna lie, he asked Durk in a federal way. If a nigga call your phone and be like, yo, bro, why you pay me to go kill them niggas over there? Damn, that sound mad federal. That's why Durk was like, I love you, bro. I love you. You see how Durk ain't stupid. Durk ain't stupid, then Durk threw it right back on him. Pause. That's why Durk was like, man, at least you got Pop. He threw it back on him like, nigga, you know you did that, right? You know you got Pop. Nigga, at least you got Pop. He was saying fuck Vaughn anyway. Fuck that nigga. Low key, I think Durk thought that was a setup call. That was the feds trying to get the wire. Yo, a nigga call your phone and be like, man, yo, blood, why you send me on that goddamn drill, man? Man, I just, for the first time in 12 years, I gotta be a father to my son. Why you send me on that goofy ass drill, man? You know what Durk ain't say? My bad. He ain't take no responsibility. What'd he say? Man, I love you, man. I love you. He ain't answer the question at all. Durk not dumb. Durk not dumb. That's some incriminating ass question. Why you send me on a drill? Why you send me on a drill, Smirkio? That was a goofy ass drill. Smirk said, I love you, man. And then he keeps going, and Durk was like, man, the nigga you got. So Durk never takes no accountability for sending it. What he takes kind of accountability of is knowing that nigga killed him. But he doesn't say he set it up or nothing. And then he hung up and he got up off the phone. I think Durk back then was like, this nigga's on some police shit. Durk must have been thinking, yo, this nigga's on some police shit. This nigga on that police shit, man. This nigga on that police shit. What you mean you gonna call my phone and tell my Durk, why you send me on the drill, bro? Why you send me on that drill, Durk? That was some police shit right there. All right, what's the word out here? Oh, okay. My man going off. And they got Ye. Look at Ye in there. Day 6. Shots denied. Yeah, look at Ye. Yeah, walking through that building, man. This is the courthouse. Damn, how they record inside that bitch, though? How they record inside that bitch? Yo, look at the security guard. He on timing. Nah, stop that. Yeah, I cut that out. Y'all cut that out. I'll cut that out. All right. Chat, who else could I look at for some updates? Man, he really called Durk. I want to know the timeline on that. He really called Durk and be like, why you send me on that goofy ass hit, Durk? Yo, Smirk, why you do that to me, nigga? That's kind of also crazy. Like, he literally told Durk, like, yo, bro, if that's true, I ain't gonna lie. It look crazy on Durk. If a killer actually say, bro, why you send me on that goofy ass mission, nigga? Nigga, that was the first time I had a chance to be a father to my kid, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, that look bad. That look bad. Adam 22 out there? He's streaming or something? Something go live. I know you there. We got a few more people. Yeah, never mind. We don't got no quicker update. Hey, yo. Hey, all y'all record labels, I know y'all, because when I used to come out to LA early on when we was working, y'all all used to put niggas like pawns in the same hotels. Hey, yo, the Level Hotel in downtown LA. Hey, all y'all record labels, stop booking niggas in, man. Y'all niggas don't know what's going on. Y'all got the rappers out there ready to die. Y'all can't put no niggas over here no more, man. Especially when they trying to fly out artists, they'll fly out artists when they trying to sign them too, and they'll put them over there. That's a dub. They got some shit in West Hollywood too. And I ain't been to LA really, I feel like in years, but no, actually I was there last year, right? Yo, LA is the worst, man. LA is the worst. But y'all record labels stop booking that Level Hotel, man. There's mad hotels. The thing is, y'all be having a relationship with a hotel chain. Like, say Atlantic got a relationship with a hotel chain. They put all their artists there because they get a company rate. Here's the thing. Y'all sign niggas who beef with each other. So they know the 2-3 hotels y'all all use. And then niggas be in LA for different reasons. So sometimes you got 2 ops staying at the same hotels. That's why niggas start using Airbnbs. And then when niggas start realizing that the rappers went to Airbnbs, they had the gangster niggas start robbing them and extorting them. It's part of the reason LA kind of dead, man. They ran all the rappers out of LA, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They ran all of them out. Them niggas used to eat at Boston Nova. They try to rob them at Boston Nova. They want to walk down Rodeo Drive. They popping out with guns on them in Rodeo Drive. They find out they stay in the Airbnb. They run in the crib at midnight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You staying down, you staying, what you call it again? You staying at one of these basic ass hotels that they put every artist at. You running into your op. You gonna have to kill your op out there. You don't run into your op no time in your own city. You go to LA, you run into that nigga in the lobby. I'm telling you. You go to the airport, you getting chased by Whack 100. This is a bad deal going out to LA, gang. You in LA, just be careful. You go to the Marathon Burger, there's a shootout. Like, it's just crazy. LA is not a safe place, bro. You go to Roscoe's trying to get you some fried chicken and waffles, a nigga trying to take your chain, bro. This shit is bananas. LA is on some other shit. Are they saying, are they crossing at this point? Let's see. I think it might be time to cross, right? Let's see what Brian Steele gonna bring to the table. Steele's on the job. Nah, this is Steele's case, nigga. Yo, we haven't heard Finland once. Nigga, this is Steele's case. Oh, Brian Steele is on there. Nah, Brian Steele finna drop 50, man. Brian Steele finna drop 50 on him. I can't believe we haven't heard from Drew Finland. He ain't do the opening. He ain't do nothing. Brian Steele is on the job. This is the showdown we all wanted to see. It's like the best pitcher versus the best home run hitter. It's like the best pitcher versus the best home run hitter. Brian Steele is on the job, y'all. Let me see. I'm about to post this to the Instagram real quick. Because everybody, you know that's a showdown everybody want. If Brian Steele can't break this nigga, GG's in the chat. If Brian Steele can't break this nigga, it's GG's in the chat, nigga. We know. We gonna catch Durk on appeal. Them 30 times that you seen that they met with that nigga Jam, it's to prepare for Brian fucking Steele, nigga. All right, I posted to the gram. Jammy the Bull. Man, that nigga really said to Durk, man, there's a million niggas you could have called for this hit, man. I just came home being a father, bro. I don't know. Maybe Jam is sick and tired of being sick and tired. Honestly, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. Hearing, you know, we keep hearing about how he's this demon or whatever. Not saying he's not. He's not a good guy. But like, a nigga did 12 years, bro. He just got busted for a gun. He folds after getting busted for a gun. Maybe he's a nigga that's sick and tired of being sick and tired, bro. He said this was his first time to be a father to his son. That means he must have had that son before he went in jail. That means his son, he did 12 years, nigga. That means his son is 12 years older than when he last seen his son in the free world. Maybe he just got sick and tired of that street shit. Maybe Durk going off of, yo, everybody in the hood say this nigga was shooting shit up, robbing niggas. He's like that. Durk thinking he's still on that same kid mindset, like, yeah, I kill a nigga right now. And maybe when he did come out, Durk gives him the money. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna slide for you. He go do one thing. Then he realized, man, Durk treated him like a crash dummy. Durk just like sent him on any mission, the dumbest missions. Like, yo, kill that nigga in front of the Hollywood sign. We don't care. Yo, bro, word? Nigga, you know they gonna catch me. Nigga, fuck it. Fuck it. Yo, what is that nigga's in the police station? Nigga, go shoot up the police station. Nigga, get that nigga. Fuck it. I think there's a possibility in me that thinks that this dude got sick and tired of that street life. Spent 12 years of his life, with all due respect, Smirk been free, fucking the baddest bitches in the world, money out the ass, jet setting, private jet, doing what he want. This nigga has never really lived life. The niggas hopped off the porch at 9 years old. They put a gun in his hand to shoot at a car at 12. I'm not feeling bad for him. I'm just saying that this nigga never lived no regular life. That's what I'm saying. These are some dirty niggas. 9, they put him in a gang. 12, he's shooting a gun. He robbed over 100 niggas, shot or did 15 shootings by the time he hits 18. Gets arrested at 18. Nigga can't even legally drink. Obviously gonna do stuff, but he can't. Nigga probably really ain't getting no real pussy yet. He go to jail at 18 or prison. He come out at 30. He must have got some pussy because he had a kid, I think. And the first thing when he come home, after Durk put some money in his hand, Durk get a goofy to put a gun in his hand and say, nigga, you out here to kill Quando, nigga. He on the drill, and it's the goofiest drill of all time. The only thing that didn't go wrong on that drill is is them running out of gas or some shit like that. Like, yo, like they trying to get away and they run out of gas right next to the gas station. Whoop-de-doo. That's the only thing that ain't go wrong, man. The goofiest drill of all time. One nigga gun jam, he almost shot the other nigga in the head. The other nigga got the switch, but it's If you got the switch, why are you that far knowing that you probably won't hit nothing? They hop back in the car. These two goofies arguing. Nigga, why the fuck you shoot on my head, nigga? You almost shot me. Yo, Jam is like, I'm with the rookies here, bruv. The rookies. Somebody say I'm acting like everything is saying true. I'm not saying it's true. I'm trying to give you a perspective of what someone's mindset should be. We got to take everything with a grain of salt. This is the government's case right now. Right? I think if you want me to score it right now? I think Brian Steele did a good job with them FBI agents. Did a good job with them. A really good job. They didn't counter anything with the medical examiner. There's nothing to counter. Nigga died. What you gonna say? Oh, he didn't die. Oh, there was 4 guns, not 3. But that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? There was 4 calibers. Be like, y'all said there was 3 shooters. There's 4 calibers of bullets that hit him or hit the vehicle. So who's the other shooter? You guys don't have all the... They didn't counter none of that. It is what it is. Like, that's shit is set in stone. What they're countering is the FBI investigation, them connecting the dots, and now the snitches. I think they did a decent job with the FBI. Actually, pretty good job, actually. Now, these snitches, I can't see how you're going to do a good job with them. Okay? All right. Here we go. Steele said, this was Steele and Jam's talking now. You're a scary person, huh? Jam says, some may say that. Steele says, objectively? Jam says, man, you know I'm stupid as fuck, nigga. I don't even know what objectively means. Steele says, you're a dangerous person even now, right? Jam says, nah, I'm chilling. Steele says, do you realize how much time you spent tracking down and hunting your prey? You come here and go right to killing, didn't you? Yeah. If you looked at your to-do list that day, wasn't it clear it was to kill? So Steele is trying to really put it like, nigga, you're a machine. This is what you do. You're just an evil guy. You feel what I'm saying? Damn, man. This is crazy. All right. Who else? I forgot. Who else? I forgot the trolling that was happening with Lil Pop and them.
Fuck you. Bandwagon season.
Know how that go.
Hood, you knock me off. I do some funk shit, ain't it?
Gotta go. Gotta go, boss man.
I'm sick, though.
Hey, y'all.
Who that is?
Hey, y'all.
What up?
Hey, Bernie, why y'all niggas don't like me?
What'd you say?
I love y'all niggas.
You wanna fight me?
Hey, Bernie, tell your boss to go buy that shit off the shelf next time. You heard me, Bernie?
He gotta pop this hoe.
That nigga named Barney, not Bernie.
Barney.
Yeah, they were clowning him. Y69 sent me a video. Did he post it on his page? God, look at this. He said, nobody say nothing when it was me. Nobody said chill. Nobody said no breaks. You're going to feel this shit. I want rent free. What? Look at this.
Before you get into all that, what the fuck you got on?
This right here, this the 1 foot in, 1 foot out, YN Muslim, alhamdulillah, special model 3.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, yeah. Oh, this shit attached?
Yeah, this shit attached.
No, that's the drill special.
Yeah, this the drill special. This is for all the Muslims that want to,
Nigga said no mask needed?
Nah, this the YN. Look, you could do this. You could do this and go on your drills. Yo, this thing about to get life just off of my freedom of speech.
And you got to talking about what the rapper 6ix9ine doing, trolling stuff.
The question is, okay, tell us about that conversation. OTF Jam 9 says, I don't know who, I can't remember who initially brought up the trolling stuff, but Blood got talking about it, and he got to talking about what the rapper 6ix9ine doing. This is on this fat ass, musty, black, fucking gorilla ass nigga, Sadie Nash. This the bias shit. He said, but if you don't like this, let's bring it over here. This thing about to go right off an Instagram comment. Go to the fucking legend right here.
Lil Durk talks about 6ix9ine trolling him.
So, wherever you want to watch it, wherever you want to get your news from, just go buy one of these, the Durk Model 3000, Alhamdulillah.
Durk Model 3000.
I'm going to do the big Durk. Alhamdulillah, nigga, they don't even know what the fuck you saying, nigga. Fuck out of here. Quick disclaimer. But the people will be like, bro, nobody was worried about you. He was going to slide anyway. Go tell Brian Steele that then. Because if it's not one thing, no, he's not worried about you. He's going to slide anyway. So he's guilty, right?
Before you get into all that, what the fuck you got?
God, this guy. Yes, 6ix9ine is definitely Mr. I Told You So, huh? Mr. I Told You So. Mr. I Told You So, huh? Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, but this was a trolling that was happening before. Or actually during.
Mr. T-Dad, boy.
That nigga missing the whole side of his mouth.
That man still
Why
on
you got no
here. He did not
veneers,
leave. That man still on here.
Why he got some BBs in his shit?
With all the fucking diamonds on his wrist and shit, ain't got
His
no
big
bananas.
homie spending all that money on that punk. His big homie spending all that money on that.
Oh, little Tim joined the group chat, huh? Okay, Attorney Jasmine sent me something. Maybe she has a breakdown of what's going on. Let me see. Here we go. Is it this? Here we go.
Lil Durk's a snitch, huh? Allow me to educate you. Did you know that a defendant has the ability to control certain things like whether to testify, whether to plead guilty, whether to